Alright, I have to put a disclaimer on this one. So disclaimer, I don't endorse swatting. I don't condone it. It's bad. Swatting is bad. A lot of stuff Mark does is bad. I don't know what else. I don't know what led to the swatting. We're gonna find out today. If he says anything racist, that's bad. I don't condone that either. This is for educational and documentary purposes, and you know, to show how not to run a YouTube channel, I guess. So, Jack, what's going on? He filmed the whole police negotiation, huh? What a fucking goofball. Okay, so I want a little bit of context before we get into it. So he uploaded a few short videos before the actual event took place, and there's also this court video. We're not going to have time for the court video, at least not for a brief. Maybe we can watch the court video after everything's said and done. We'll do... I don't know. We'll do from here. We'll do this one, this one, this one, this one, and then the lives is where the juicy stuff is. So anything from 13 hours ago forward is, I think, basically the SWAT showdown, unless he deleted something, which hopefully he didn't. I guess we're gonna find out. I was skimming through them though, as you can see, and I saw that there was police in them. So, and he's not usually one for deleting stuff, so you're gonna see him deleting it, unless like YouTube itself took it down. But I guess we'll find out. Pathbait Kate, thank you for the clock. Let's get into it. Oh brother, yeah, let's see what Mark's been up to. I haven't been keeping up with him. Last time I saw him, he had a new caretaker, quote unquote, which is a crackhead. Crackhead was named Steve, actually. And I was told that Steve's no longer there, that he took all Mark's shit and ran off. So I don't know who he's with now. Let's find out. Maybe he's alone. Maybe he's alone.
Sitting there going, hey, who is this 50-year-old guy? And I'm 51. But the point is...
Are they all in vertical? If they're all in vertical, I can aspect ratio this a bit better.
At what point are we fully developed? At what point are we at our prime, or have we, surpassed our prime? Now, the state came at me at the age of 40. Well, prior to that, to be quite honest. 35. But at the age of 40, they decimated my family and cast me out into the fucking gutter. The federal government stepped in and started giving me disability payments.
Basically, he went unchecked in life until 35. That's how old I am right now.
Based off of the amount of time that I've contributed to society by, working in the medical field. So there you go. That's why I have a paycheck. I'm diagnosed with Tourette syndrome. I've utilized service animals, Doberman in particular.
I mean, I don't know. If you're new to Mark, he doesn't have Tourette's. He was never diagnosed with Tourette's. He got some vaccines because I guess they were going to ship him overseas. He's a fucking x-ray tech. He was an x-ray tech in the military. And then he didn't want to go overseas. He didn't want to go to war. So he started like acting all crazy and saying he had Tourette's, and then he got discharged and now he has disability. That's Mark's story.
Since
oh, and also he went crazy because his wife divorced him, and then he got like super Tourette's or whatever.
2010. It's difficult to hold on to a dog when you're under accusations by police officers. The first thing that a police officer...
No, it's hard to hold on to your dog when you're a fucking animal abuser.
What will do is seize your dog, send it to the pound, and then some rich fucking person will adopt your animal.
You let your dog get pepper sprayed
out and then run around claiming that they rescued your animal. Jesus. And they're like, why so many videos? Well, you should be me, dude. You should be me. And I get it. Nobody wants...
There's people in worse situations than Mark that don't fucking just make everything into a video.
To listen to me, and if anybody in a position of authority took me seriously and they investigated the misdeeds, of these publicly elected officials and those that they put in positions to, basically rule over us with iron fists, then, wow. I mean, this is...
Go and be Amish then. Go live off grid. All of these goofballs are so addicted to social media, yet they claim to hate it and they hate society and the way that it's going. Then stop participating. Go form your own path.
This is America.
Go start a cult or something.
Right? I'm an Army veteran. I took an oath, foreign and domestic. right? And then when I got out of the military, when I was released from my time in service, then I dedicated my life to working in hospitals. And it wasn't for the money. I amassed the vast majority of my money in real estate. You know, that was something because I'm just a compassionate individual, and people...
What? I'm just a compassionate individual. That's why I put all my money into real estate. What, you're gonna put to house the homeless? Is that what we're gonna say?
Rolling into these situations often need a compassionate individual to assist in their care.
Listen to how he said that. Listen to how he softened his voice for that. It's fucking sociopath, bro. Like, is he fooling anyone?
Often need a compassionate individual to assist in their care.
In their care.
I want to point out that it was most likely Officer Gibson and the security guard. I don't even remember that little tiny man's name.
Oh, is this I don't know if this is a new incident or when we were covering him, he gets into altercations with lots of people, but there was specifically the gym incident where there was like a security guard and some other I think he was a veteran. Maybe he wasn't. He might have known a veteran or something, because he asked Mark if he was a veteran, and he was like, yes. Are you? And he's like, no, but I know veterans and they don't act like you, or something like that.
At Legacy Salmon Creek Hospital that caused, you know...
He's been hitting his dog? He's been hitting logos?
All of this, you know... Oh, Jesus. There will be accountability. There will be a reckoning. I might not ever get vindicated. I might...
Can we just go to jail? I was like, Mark isn't worth my time. I'm going to stop paying attention to him because he's just going to end up in jail anyways because he threatened to kill that judge. Why are they taking so long to put him in jail for threatening to kill the judge? He was looking at like 40 years or something. Put him in jail. Get him out of here.
Not, and what do I care if I conduct the rest of my life in, you know, a manner in which you believe I should demonstrate shame? I'm not ashamed of being a victim of fucking abusive authority.
Yeah, well, people were like, he got swatted. We gotta watch it. So I was like, yeah. A few people have been hitting me up about it.
Why would I be? Now, I just went back.
Ooh, look at the lighting here.
Back and listened to, well,
You're just watching your own YouTube videos?
Apparently you're here somewhere now. Is that a place where items could be delivered to?
Or was this a court hearing?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm at 1220 Main Street.
No, so I've never seen Mark without those sunken eyes. I don't think he sleeps. This is just a theory of mine. I don't think he got punched in the face. I just don't think he sleeps.
Klamath Falls, Oregon.
And then he'll make his homemade face bomb, and it'll make him break out. Like, it'll peel his skin off, basically, and then his face gets all red, and he's got those sunken eyes. Or I think they make him puffy, actually. It's bad. He shouldn't be. I don't know what he puts in it. Probably fucking poison.
97601. However, I'm going to be forced to vacate on the 24th and try to survive in the gutter.
Well, if you see if you can have the information delivered to that address prior to the 24th, then that would assure that Mr. Hensley would get it. So May 21st, then at 9 o'clock, be the next court appearance. That's it for today.
Anyway, that was the...
Oh, he's got the stars. Little starlight thingy. I got one of these things.
The end of that hearing. And,
think about that.
I made a video earlier today, and I think I might have maligned Toby Crowell a little bit. I don't think so, but there was definitely...
What does he think he did?
Some hostility, because that's how I was perceiving him. But as going back and watching that again, I think he's being fair, right? And it sounds like he was of the impression that I was going to be up there today. Don't think that's accurate, but what do I care, right? My train ticket is booked. I'm going to be up there sooner than what he anticipated. And people that watch this channel know that I wanted to be up to see Chris Webby at the Crystal Ballroom in Portland on April 26th. But
Do those words mean anything to anybody? That whole sentence means nothing to me.
I initially told him I was going to be going up on April 5th. That didn't really work out. I'm nervous about taking Logos on the train again, not because of Logos, trust me, just because of other people and their issues and their prejudice and their bullshit. But I got to get up there. There's no way I can stay in Oregon because they certainly haven't educated the police. And
where they made him come after the court was closed because he's so disruptive. I remember seeing that. I think. Did I cue the court stuff? I did not cue the court stuff. We should probably cue the court stuff. Are you gonna be cool, YouTube? Yeah, you're gonna be cool. Thanks for being cool, YouTube. The court stuff I wanted to play at the end. We're just gonna add it to the queue. I don't know which one's better. I assume the second one. Maybe the first one didn't have audio or something. I don't know why he would upload it twice. He has a knack of doing that too, so I don't really know. I guess we'll find out.
If you get arrested in Washington and don't have money, you're just going to be stuck in jail. And I can't lose another dog, let alone Logos, over this shit, right? So I got to stay across the border. I got to get this shit figured out. The hotel here was paid for until the 24th, so I can go ahead and get the money back from that. The ticket is out of here on the 16th. So, that means from the 16th to the 23rd, right? So it's not a significant amount of money, but I think if I go up there and explain my situation in Portland, they'll probably allow me in a homeless shelter. I'll see if the VA or Veteran Services around there will do anything. I'm not holding my breath with anything. I don't want to be stuck in the rain with Logos because Logos just, Dobermans. Dobermans don't do well in rain.
Yeah, I don't think any dog would like being out in the rain. You probably just shouldn't have a dog.
But,
and honestly, if he just kept the stupid demeanor, if he went to a new place, they would probably help him. He just starts confrontations with everyone, and then he basically gets exiled and trespassed out of literally every single place in a town that he goes to. So just stop being a crazy person. That's my advice to him.
Who knows? We'll see how all this plays out. The deeper I get into this and the greater my understanding, the more I'm disgusted by the whole thing, to be quite honest. I gotta tell you that if I look back at any aspect of my life, I'm ashamed of absolutely nothing, to be quite honest.
Well, then you haven't learned anything. Even threatening the judge? Threatening to kill the judge? No? Nothing?
I mean, I've done some things that some of you would consider wrong. Can I help you, please? What do you want, bro? I need some space.
Remember when he put a whole bunch of people's lives in danger when he did that police chase? Oh, also when he flipped his own car going, how fast is he going? Like 120? Down some dark road. He blamed it on GPS. He's like, the GPS didn't tell me to turn in time, and that's why I crashed. And he was going to sue Apple. He was like posted up at his mom's place all fucked up.
But anyway,
Oh, he treats his mom terribly too. Like, super bad. Remember he like let a crackhead into his mom's house? She wouldn't let him into the house. They're like, you have to stay in the garage. So he was like in his car in the garage with this guy and two puppies, I think. It might have been one puppy. There was definitely a puppy at least, if not two. I'm just getting flashbacks of Mark. We haven't looked in at Mark for a while, so just going through all the memories.
I haven't harmed anybody, right? And the amount of vitriol that I have received the vast majority of my life is just astounding to me. I mean, humans?
It says a lot about, especially a guy, I think. If a guy treats his mom like shit, that's a huge fucking red flag.
They're disgusting, man. They're disgusting, and I learned to just stick to myself. But, wow. Just jealous, envious, vindictive.
No, he did. He gets unless he's scamming the military, unless he stole some man's identity who was in the military. He was in there. He just didn't like serve overseas or anything. Like I said, he was he's, in my opinion, this is my opinion, he scammed the military into fast tracking his X-ray certificate degree thing. I can't remember. It's a CT Tech. I think it's called CT Tech, because you can get that done in like a year or two in the military, but normally it would take you like 3 to 5 years if you're just a civilian. And then he dropped out. He just dropped out of the military completely when they wanted him to actually do shit, and blamed it on the vaccines giving him Tourette's, which is not a fucking thing. I don't even know. He must have done something. He must have pulled some strings to be even getting disability for that, because this is his own account. I'm not, this isn't like hearsay from another party who hates Mark. Like, this is Mark's story he's told us. That's why I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Now, I hear that there's some nice ones out there. I haven't really met them, right?
And he's also shown his, like, what the fuck is it? The veterans disability check or some shit. I just remember when we looked into it, you wouldn't be able to get them. He wouldn't be able to get the benefits unless he was a veteran.
As I said, I stick to myself. I thought my family was safe, and that's what caused all of this. I mean, that betrayal was just devastating, and it just sort of restructured my neurological system. I mean, my family can testify to all of this. Walter Bender can certainly testify to it.
I don't know who the fuck Walter Bender is. His family hates him, though. Like, his ex-wife and all of his kids, they don't like him.
See, my story's 100% factual. My family, did some terrible things, weaponized the police. The worst part is, once you weaponize the police, you can't call them off. Now, I called...
Mark tries to weaponize the police. He tried to weaponize the police against his neighbor, and then he got arrested because he was freaking out about... The neighbors either had like a camera pointed at his house, or he kicked like a garbage can. He deduced it to, you're arresting me for moving my trash cans, but really he was causing like a big scene, like kicking them or something. I think it has something to do with a security camera. This is like really old school, Mark. So I'm a little rusty on the actualities, but if you go back into, what channel was that? I think it's something Calamity. I think those videos, it's from there like 9 years ago or some shit.
March 7th, 2015. Spoke to 911 dispatch. They put me on the phone with Officer Fox, and I explained to him that my family was going to weaponize the police against me, and I thought they were going to direct it at
Calamity Pains, I think is what it was called.
My farm complex at 1620 189th Street, Northwest 189th Street, Ridgefield, Washington 98642. When I placed the phone call, I was in 1831 North 8th Way, Ridgefield, Washington 98642. Now, both of those properties are, well, my farmhouse is in unincorporated Clark County.
No, it's not Calamity Pains. Calamity Pains, the oldest videos from 3 years ago. What the fuck? Do you guys remember the channel? The channel with all the videos from like 9 years ago? Is that Angry? That might be Angry Jesus, actually.
Right. And that falls under the jurisdiction of the Clark County Sheriff. And there was some confusion because I was on the phone, and my city house, which fell under the jurisdiction of the Ridgefield City Police. So they got together with...
Yeah, it's Angry Jesus. This channel has some fucking crazy shit on here. This is like, yeah, police. This is him trying to weaponize police, getting into fucking police chases, going to court, him having short hair, him being a little rusty at being so manipulative, but he was a broken man at the time. He was getting divorced. This is, if you haven't, we went over it, was it like a year ago now? Maybe half a year ago? I would recommend this, though. One day, I'm going to do like a Mark rundown video when I have the time or when I just feel like it. And there's some gold on that channel. With
a representative from the prosecutor's office, Tony Golick's office. And they formulated a plan to teach me a goddamn lesson. Now, I've been learning from that lesson. I've been learning and learning and learning.
Morning, Birdie.
Dude, I got a PhD in that lesson, right? And they want to know what I know. Well, hey, but I can't demonstrate what I know until I see what they know. So,
What?
you know, I want to show them my hand. They show me their hand. Now, I've been making YouTube videos the entire time. So they know my hand. And I'm going to use that to counteract what they've authored about me. And then I am going to fucking decimate them. Because how can you get any of these officers on the stand to testify against me when I'm the victim of these officers?
Always the victim. These fucking hobos and their victimhood.
Right? And the only thing that I did was try to bring it to a...
Oh, he gets swatted. He gets swatted. I'm just trying to get a little bit of context to the SWAT, but I think this is just rambling, man. Rambling, man, while people come in, I guess.
judge's attention that knows I'm diagnosed with Tourette syndrome so that I could be housed in a jail because I was court-ordered homeless. Explain to me who the victim to any of this is and why I'm being... Dude. Why did I lose that word? Pursued. Why am I being pursued to the degree that I've been pursued by Clark County for 11 years? What is the justification for this? And I'm thinking it's got to be the marijuana. It's the pot boys, isn't it?
No one gives a shit about pot. What the fuck are you talking about?
And then you're like, well, it's not the pot because that's legal.
I have more pot than fucking Mark has.
It's nitrous oxide.
I mean, no one cares about your whipped cream either, Mark. It's just something you probably shouldn't be doing, but who cares, right? You only have a dog to look after. I wish you didn't even have a dog to look after, but at least you're not looking after kids or some shit.
Well, that's legal in Washington, too. I'm just using it,
Oh, apparently he robbed Mark and ran off with all his stuff. That's just what I heard in a chat one day. I don't know if that happened, but I could see it happening.
off-label for human consumption. What's your fucking point, and why is it your business? And who the fuck are you to judge me?
Don't do whippets or nitrous oxide, by the way. It's bad.
Dude, you know what? Take your best fucking citizen in Clark County and put them up against me. I want to see if their character and merit can weigh with mine. Right? Because what I can tell...
That's not how the legal system works. How are we even going to find the person with the best merit in town and put them up against Mark? First off, you're going to lose. I didn't know why you're saying this. But second, how would we even do... That's not a thing. We're not doing that.
Tell you is I've seen the underbelly of Clark County, and I'm not impressed. So,
From what I gather, someone swung a helmet at him. He called the cops for attention and got it. I left to watch the drama last night. So he swatted himself? That's not really getting swatted then. That's just Mark being Mark.
It is well known that my
Look at glasses now.
calls are recorded, and you know, evidently I saved this for myself, but that's Sunday, November 16th, that I spoke with Detective Hagelman of the Klamath City Police, and that is well documented. So, and that's a detective, and I don't know who's going to be conducting their investigation as to their internal policies.
Do you guys know where he is currently? Because he always abuses 911. Is he just in a place that actually isn't taken at this time?
As to whether they choose to recognize the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 or not, but
He loves that act.
it is going to be impossible for the Klamath City Police to deny that I have been trying to
Vancouver,
openly
okay.
communicate with them
I think he's been there before.
from the very beginning, and they are intentionally trying not to understand the situation. I can't make somebody understand something that they are, intentionally trying not to be able to comprehend. And do I want to do?
I think in Mark's head, if he can make himself look like a victim enough and present it all in conjunction with each other, society or the law will feel bad for him and exonerate him of all of his charges. But that's never happened to anyone else before. I don't know why it would happen to him. But that's the feeling I get from it. I don't know how else to describe it. There really isn't. I would love for him to explain it because it doesn't make sense. He thinks he's in the right.
Says I missed a call. I missed a call.
The Mark Hensley line.
What? Sorry, buddy. I thought oh, no?
Whatever.
Yeah, here's this one. How's it just 20 seconds? 6 p.m.
I'm glad he kept all this in the video, you know? Is the next one the swatting shit? Yeah, it is.
Wow, this video is longer than what I want it to be. Let me see if evidently not everything gets recorded. Now, this is Officer Hughes.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Mark, this is Officer Hughes, the Clear Falls Police Department. Hey, how are you? Good, how are you?
This is tonight.
I haven't even fucking packed up yet. I'm in the bathtub. I'm out on a train at like 7:38 in the morning. Okay. So we got a call from the Veterans Hotline that you were feeling homicidal.
Yeah, he calls the Veterans Hotline all the time to tell him that. I guess maybe someone finally fucking reported him.
No. And who knows what these people tell you. It's intriguing to me.
It's a recorded line, you fucking idiot. And you record the conversations half the time.
Right. I mean that's just what I get told.
No, I get it. These people cause more harm than good, and that's sort of what I'm illustrating. If you're
He actually does remind me of Heather Gillespie a lot. He's the villain. I don't know how else to say it. It sounds dramatic. He's the aggressor. He is the one antagonizing people, but he will present himself as the victim, and we'll watch in real time when he's being the guy causing all the problems for everyone.
Captain ever wants to know anything about mental health services and how that affects our community, he should go ahead and conduct the investigation I've asked for.
Okay.
All right. You have a good day, sir.
Okay, you too.
All right. Bye. Bye.
So what's that show us, Mark? That you abuse the fucking Veterans Hotline and 911? Yeah, he doesn't even tell us. He just ends it. That was fucking 3-minute video. 2 minutes of it was him trying to find the fucking recording, and then he plays it, and it ends the video. Okay, so these are cops. This is where it gets fun, alright? You guys ready? The cops are here.
I am scared to death. I have the cops out the door with a fucking tank.
You kind of look with a tank. He kind of looks like Beetlejuice here.
For what? I can't do that. I fear for my life, and you have a history and pattern of persecuting me because of my disability.
I just wonder how much attention you... No fucking way, 26 views? No likes? Oh, Mark. I was gonna say, Mark's been waiting for this day. He's like, this is my big chance. Everyone's gonna know. 26 people saw this.
We're gonna take my dog. I don't.
Oh god. Okay, just that was a vape, alright? I don't know why his voice sounds like that, but I can't. be showing certain
I don't
things.
know how to do this. I don't know how to handle myself. I don't even have my other phone. Oh my
Yeah, we're gonna need 2 phones in jail.
God, Logos, I'm so sorry, buddy.
Does he read comments? He's supposed to be illiterate as well.
Obi, come on. I need
18 of the viewers are the cops outside. I mean, that is smart. I mean, that's what I would say. Yeah, we gotta watch this live stream and see what he's up to on the inside.
you to answer the phone. Either outside of my hotel room with a tank.
You shouldn't have fucking hit that can, man. People are not gonna believe you. They're gonna think you're hallucinating. Oh, the cops are here. Now is a great time to play dentist.
Come on, baby.
Oh, Ryan, thank you for this cute little dog. Ryan, how did you do that? How'd you send this dog? I thought we can't send gifts on horizontal mode.
I haven't done anything.
Hey, Electra, no, you're just in time. I was trying to get context to the SWAT thing, but it was just a bunch of nonsense. And now here are the cops, and he is doing whippets.
I don't think they have the authority to kick the door in and kill me.
Just a vape. Just a vape, you guys. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. And I guess it froze, and Mark was like, well, that's not a sign from God for me to not live stream. I gotta start another live stream.
Please don't hurt my animal.
Should we get live chat up? I'm curious. I can't. Fuck. I can't. I can't because I can't pop it out. And then it's just gonna mess everything up.
We have done nothing.
I love live. Thank you for the star. And the flowing heart. How are you guys sending gifts? I love you guys. Oh, thank you for the flower too. Maybe I'll figure out a way for us to see it on the last stream then, which will be this one, the 55-minute one. Wait, how are we already 20 minutes in? Hold on. That didn't make sense. It must have started like there when I was skimming through stuff. Sorry, that was my bad. Thank you for the gold coin.
This is Mark Hensley. Hey, so I need to understand. I need some clarity on the situation. I called 911 trying to explain the situation and asked for a phone call. You showed up with a tank. You're insisting that I come out, surrender myself to you. You already told me that you intend on arresting me.
Okay, so he called 911 and then said something, I guess, that they saw as problematic. So they sent the SWAT team. Mark will do a thing where if he doesn't get his way, he will just threaten to kill everybody, specifically cops, which is a no-no. That's bad. Like, you don't do that. So I'm actually kind of surprised this hasn't happened already.
I cannot abandon my animal. I don't believe that you have the constitutional right or authority to do what you're doing to me.
Mark, you and I both know how educated and smart you are about laws and about search warrants.
I don't.
Why are you sucking his dick?
I don't know anything about it. I just know that I fear for my safety and I cannot vacate the dwelling that I have paid to occupy, whether you created a nuisance or not, making the merchant want to get rid of me.
Oh my god. It was about him being trespassed somewhere. That's very Mark.
No, I need you not to pursue the avenue that you're pursuing. We can discuss it in the morning. There is absolutely no need to take things to the level that you've taken them.
No, close gap.
I can appreciate what you're saying, but we're not going anywhere, Mark, and we want you to exit your room, come down and talk to us and you can talk to me directly, dude.
I'm talking to you directly right now, dude.
I know, but what I'm saying is, are you willing to come out of your room to make sure you don't have guns, knives, and
I don't. No, I'm not willing to come out. I fear for my safety. I'm pretty certain you have guns and you showed up with a tank and you're not willing to listen to me nor reason. I have no capability of trusting you.
I think it would be fun to be a hostage negotiator. I know there's no hostages, but just like a negotiator in general.
And Mark, and I want you to trust me because I don't lie to you, I don't BS people, but being very direct with you because you're educated and smart, there is probable cause to arrest you for felony harassment.
Oh, I see what they're doing. Smart cop. Yeah, you're very educated on the laws and stuff, right? You know your shit. So you are well aware that what you said and did is wrong. And then we're gonna fucking charge you. So I guess, if a crazy person says some out-of-pocket shit, there is a level of, I guess, leniency because they're crazy and they don't know what they're saying. But there's this guy's saying, no, you know what you're saying and you know what it implies, and we're sick of your shit. I like this. Good. How come he didn't get arrested?
Who did I harass? How did I harass them? Who is the victim? And I call.
I am the only victim.
Please.
I know.
I thought he was just trying to suck his dick to get him on his side so he would obey him, so he would take his orders. Okay, Mark, no, come out. You gotta get them. You gotta gain that level of trust a bit.
And that's why we're all here, man, because we're called here. We're not looking for you.
I called for help. I called to explain the situation. I've harmed nobody. Somebody
You want to SWAT the SWAT team?
swung a weapon at me, and now you're harassing me, a known disabled veteran that has come back to this county to answer to some of your previous allegations that I did not commit. I've already done. Hey, listen, I don't know what you guys want from me. I got nothing more to provide you. The only thing that I have is my animal, and I fear for his life, my life, and I'm afraid I cannot comply with your illegal demands.
I highly doubt that the police are giving you illegal demands. That sounds like an oxymoron.
So how can I best help you, Mark? What can I do to help you?
Well, listen, dude, I need not to be arrested for being a disabled man. I tried to identify myself. I've done everything I can. I've harmed absolutely nobody. I paid for this dwelling that I'm in, and you're telling
Such a cowardly thing. You can't stand by your words or your actions. You gotta hide behind a disability that you don't even fucking have, bro. I'm disabled.
me because of your
I just say crazy shit that's very specific to certain situations.
activities that I'm no longer welcome here, and you want me to come out and subject myself to whatever form of
justice that you believe that you have the rights to deliver to me.
During the standoff, he's emailing the DA, telling them to call the cops off on him. Like the DA's sitting reading the emails. Oh my god. That's wild. I don't know how he can write emails without an assistant. He's illiterate.
I'm here. This is kind of where we're at, you know, and I can appreciate what your thoughts and feelings on this and your perception and your perspective, right? I can appreciate what you're telling me, bro. But what I don't want to have happen is like, we don't want to get SWAT out here. We don't want to have any of this stuff. All we want to do is to come out and have a conversation with us.
No, we can talk on the phone. I need an accommodation for my disability. I do not feel safe exiting this dwelling and speaking to you.
Okay. So are you willing to open so how about this? How about this? If you don't want to exit the room, are you willing to open the door to make sure that you don't have any weapons?
I'll open the blinds so you guys can look in the window.
Yeah. So Mark, here's what I want you to do, bro. I want you to start by showing us that you don't, because everyone's worried about weapons.
I don't have weapons. I don't have weapons. Hey, I've just reassured you countless times I'm not a threat to anybody.
Yeah, I'm sure no criminal's ever done that to the cops before. I just take my word, sir. I don't have weapons.
I don't.
I've only threatened to murder cops for like 2 years straight on YouTube. Fuck it, I don't have weapons. You can totally trust me.
We're not going to come in your room. All I want you to do is open the door and open the blinds to show that you don't have any weapons, and we'll continue to talk by phone. Let's start there. Showing us proof and
I'm right here. I'm right here. I see you. I have no weapons. Logos, please, buddy. Just stay calm, please. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, I'm stepping outside from the back of the armor. Can you see me outside?
Hey, listen. I don't have any weapons. I can't see you guys, right? I want you to know, very forthcoming, open, honest with you. Everybody's safe with exception of me, and I'm afraid I cannot leave my building. I'm going to go ahead and close the blinds now because you're intimidating me.
Well, you just said we keep them open. Mark only lets peek. We're only opening them up for a second and we're closing them. That's what magicians do. I wouldn't trust that.
So if Toby doesn't answer, who else can we call for you?
Please call the FBI.
Nah, take it higher. We're gonna take it higher to the FBI.
I know. But here's the deal. I don't feel safe. I think that you guys might kick my door in to exert your authority over me, even though I've harmed nobody. And you haven't even conducted an adequate investigation, and you showed up with a tank demanding compliance.
That's a really good point, Lois. If he cared about his dog, he would go outside because it could break in and stuff could happen. This is also like Mark's, I don't even know how many dogs he's on. He's had at least 3 dogs named Logos alone, and he had other dogs before that. I don't think Mark actually cares about dogs. It's another way for, I think, he thinks people will see him as more compassionate or whatever. Be like, oh, he has a dog. He must have a good soul or something. People do that, right? He's a sociopath. He let Logos get pepper sprayed because he didn't want to put him on a leash or like comply with the cops' requests. He just sat on a bench huffing his fucking nitrous. Yeah, get some attention. Remember, he wouldn't even make room in his backpack to take dog food home to Logos. He had to get some other homeless lady to give him free dog food. I'll put that back. I shouldn't be talking over him. I want to hear what they're saying.
wake up a judge at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And it's approved. Then we're coming into the room.
Well, call me back. Call me back. So do me a favor. Just tell the judge that I identified myself as Mark Thomas Hensley, a disabled veteran that has been persecuted in Clark County, Washington.
Okay, so it's hard to hear, but I think basically what he's saying is, we'll get a warrant to break into your fucking place. So if we haven't come to some resolution by 10 o'clock, then if the judge signs off on it, we're breaking in. I think that's what he's saying. And Mark is saying, okay, just tell the judge it's Mark Hensley. Like, the judge is gonna be like, no, police, you don't understand Mark's struggle. I don't know. Let's see how this plays out.
Since 2015, after identifying himself formally and officially as a disabled member of the community and contending with Tourette syndrome as well as many other neurological conditions
He thinks the cop is just writing this down or something. Like he's going to say it word for word to the judge.
Associated with the primary factor.
What percentage did the VA give you? Did they give you a good percentage?
No, I'm not on VA disability. I'm on SSD.
Oh, got you. Yeah, I was going to say, because VA disability, they're real stingy these days. They're only handing out 10 to 20, 30% max, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, Dr. Biosecki did a federal evaluation of me, and she's going to be testifying in Clark County, Washington Superior Court when my retrial convenes. I was just in court yesterday, or whatever, the 14th.
Mark basically swatted himself by threatening police because he got trespassed from another place. My business as usual, but the cops are finally doing something about it.
Was in front of Judge Lewis. However, he didn't address any of the emotions that I put forth, and because it cast me out homeless again, I had no place to go. So I got on an Amtrak, came up here, and because of my condition, I can't stay at Toby's house because it causes arguments.
Yeah, he was staying with this woman named Toby, and then all of a sudden he just wasn't there anymore. And we never really got any clarification to that, but I also wasn't really poking around. I didn't really care at the time, so I don't know what happened there. Arguments, I guess, happened. What was I gonna... Yeah, when people were saying that he got swatted, I thought like somebody swatted him, but I should have figured he swatted himself. I love life. Thank you for the high five.
So her and her caregiver, Stella, came here to advocate for me so I would have no difficulties getting the room. They dropped me off here after dinner thinking that everything would be fine. And then there was a young girl that was crying, and then she stopped to talk to my dog, and then the boy started yelling about his mother. And then the man came at me, and then he swung a motorcycle helmet at me.
So this must have been the incident that happened at some place that he got trespassed from, which would, I guess, kick off the call to the cops, because cops would have came to trespass Mark. Mark, I guess, didn't. This is just me speculating based off what I'm hearing and other previous events that we've seen. He probably didn't like what the cops said for trespassing him, and then thought he could get them in trouble by calling other cops. And then when the other cops said no, business can just trespass you for any reason, even if you're disabled, Mark goes, oh, I'm just going to kill all the cops then. And then this happens.
I tried to drive him away from my animal. The woman
This happened yesterday.
That he was with called the police. I called the police. I've done nothing, and I don't know if you've arrested those people, but that man tried to strike me, and then when I called the police for assistance, instead of offering me any assistance, you showed up with a tank demanding that I come out, submit myself to you, and you know that you guys have a pattern and a history of arresting me, placing me in incarceration to where I cannot get released, and then I lose animals, houses, and children.
So, I mean, I think Mark probably skipped a couple steps there, because that doesn't make sense. If you're getting attacked by somebody and you call the police and say, hey, there's a guy attacking me with a motorcycle helmet, why would the SWAT team show up at your address? Right? Like, that just make sense. And yeah, Angry Jesus is his alter. He says he has a DID, like dissociative identity disorder, where he has multiple personalities, like Fight Club. Yeah, maybe Angry is alter ego. Angry Jesus swatted him.
Yeah, and I know your history. I've been doing this job for a while, and I remember 2020,
Hey, Patty.
2021, all of this stuff, right? We've been in contact multiple times, right?
Okay.
And I can appreciate what you're saying with your history. Let me get this straight. You're only in Vancouver for how long? Because you came all the way down on Amtrak,
How are we supposed to be in the city of Vancouver, bro?
Well, the prosecutor, Toby Crowell, is supposed to hand over approximately 500 doctored police reports to where they've had a coordinated effort to persecute me. So I'm here for discovery. I clearly can't stay. It was a bad idea to come here, but my storage locker was here. Otherwise, I would be over in Oregon, which is a book and release state, and then we could deal with it in a reasonable manner. However, in the state of Washington, in particular Clark County, you arrest me, and then I can't get out of jail, and I lose everything all over again. And I can't afford, nor will I allow that to happen.
I know. So,
I know.
Yes, my-
Fuck this cop.
question mark. Are you, like, aside from the stuff you're going through and everything you shared with me, like, are you planning on cooperating with police, or are you planning on,
I want to make that a soundbite. I know.
like,
Yeah, but I'm not leaving my hotel room tonight because I know the imminent harm that I'm in. Whether you guys kill me or arrest me, the end result is catastrophic, and I cannot afford for that to happen again. I'm not going to lose another dog, and I haven't even spoken to my children in 10 years, dude. I've lost,
That has nothing to do with this situation.
2 dogs to you guys, 2 homes, a farm, and I've never harmed anybody, ever. I mean, you might want to look at these police reports. I've never harmed another person.
Okay, but like the police didn't just take a bunch of stuff from you. I mean, you went through a divorce, dude. I was used to jumping.
there's about 130 police reports that I've personally reviewed through the Vancouver Police Department with you involved, dude. I'm very familiar. Like I said, you may not know, very familiar with you, Mark. That's why I'm talking on the phone, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not.
rock on. So you have to understand my situation. You have to know what you guys have already crossed me because of your lack of willingness to understand.
You've been through a lot, man. You've been through a lot, and I think weren't you even extradited to Vegas for a warrant at one point? Like,
No, you know what happened? Fucking, I was dealing with the Clark County prosecutor's office because they found like $20,000 in a bank account that I didn't know existed after the proceeds of one of my real estate sales, right? So the banks, it's not nice. The prosecutor seized the money to pay delinquent child support and
Ooh, good prosecutor.
then issued an extraditable warrant saying that they didn't know where I was located.
Fuck yeah.
This has been a coordinated effort by multiple policing agencies across 3 different states.
See, karma does exist sometimes.
Dang, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
No, what's even crazier, dude? What's even crazier is you guys know who I am.
I thought he was talking about, remember when he threatened to rob the bank? He had like 10 grand or something in the bank that he got for, I don't even remember what. And then they were like, it's going to be 5 days for it to process. And he was like, no. And he went in with Shy, all drunk, and was like, we're just going to go down and bomb the place. And they were like, well, what? And then obviously they banned him from the bank. And then after the 5 days was up, he couldn't get his fucking money out. I literally talked about that. I didn't know about this 20K he didn't know about that got fucking yoked from him because he wasn't paying child support. That's dope. I love hearing shit like that.
And you showed up with a tank, right? And you know the harm that this system causes. You know that I've never harmed anybody. I don't know if you looked at those 120 police reports personally, how you can justify the ongoing persecution of me without asking for investigation outside of your jurisdiction.
I can only review the report that I have access to, but I know you've been through a lot over the years, man. And I'm here to work with you. I'm here to work with you.
Hey, listen.
I'm here to work with
Hey,
you.
do me a favor. Do me a favor. Don't make this an issue of pride because I'm not trying to refute your authority over me, for shits and grins, right? Everything that I said is factual and accurate. There's really no reason for you guys to scare the community into the degree that you have.
I think we were actually covering Mark live when that was happening. His car broke down and he was like tasting the stuff leaking out of it. And he was like, oh, yep, that's definitely transmission. It tastes like this. And he got trespass from every store in that parking lot, and then I think they just towed his car eventually.
You're telling me that because of your activities that I need to be thrown out of the hotel that I paid to be in, and you're saying that you're going to try to write a statement to justify this to a judge.
Yeah, he was tasting it.
Yeah, and that's what everyone's working on right now.
I know, but I also want to say that this has been on Facebook YouTube Live the whole time, right? So
Let's see how much this one got. This one's a longer stream. It got 149 views. That's gangbusters compared to 20.
I just need you to leave me alone. We can discuss it in the morning. You can have a supervisor call me. You can let me know if you're honest and forthcoming with the judge, and the judge believes that you guys should arrest me for committing a crime offense or anything after I called to identify myself as a disabled man.
And how much phone battery does your phone have right now?
Um,
I'm not gonna, because I don't want your phone to die on us, and I think that you hung up on me and don't want to talk. But
no, that's not the case. So
Mark loves talking to people. I know that you don't want to talk to Mark all night, but Mark would love to talk to you all night.
I have two phones. Both are at 14%.
Okay, 14% isn't that much. If you can have a charger, that way we don't lose communication, because that's gonna suck, dude. Like then we're really not gonna know what the heck's going on behind the closed door, you know? So
I can't believe that the police have to babysit Mark on how to use his social media, but like, yeah, he'll let his phone die.
Make sure you have a charger. Do you need a charger?
No, I don't need a charger. I just need to get one out. And you already know that there's nothing going on. You're creating a situation out of nothing, and I think you're doing so because you feel challenged. I'm not trying to challenge you.
That's definitely not what it is. It's they're worried about people's safety. You can only make so many death threats before one's taken seriously. This was last night. This was, let's see how many hours ago. 14 hours ago this was live.
I know, and that's what I'm talking like a normal personality.
I can't get over how the cop, he said it again like that. I know.
I know, and that's what I'm talking like a normal person. I don't want to yell you through anything, right? Here's what I want to do, Mark. I'll tell you what, I'm going to try and call and see if your friend wants to answer her phone. So I'm going to try and call her. I'm going to talk to my supervisor and figure out where we're at and what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, well, they were outside. They were saying earlier that if by 10 p.m. there hasn't been some kind of resolution, that they're busting the door down, I think, because that's when the judge will sign off on it. I said that weird the first time.
I haven't.
Hold on. Did you guys hear a whisper? Is he with somebody? What is that? Maybe that's just like an audio glitch, or maybe that's like him. He doesn't have another device to be watching anything on. Anyways, I don't know. That was weird.
I haven't done anything wrong. I'm asking to be left in peace. You know that there's not an emergent basis to continue the path that you're on.
Yeah, maybe it's water.
I find what you're doing to be unnecessarily harassing. And you're telling me that you're doing this without the conscience and knowing of your supervisor.
He's sitting right next to me, so let me talk to him. I'm gonna try and call Toby, and then consider coming out and talking to us.
No, I'm not going to come out and talk to you. I already know how that works out, and I fear for my life, and I'm charged with the protection of my animal. You know that you've devastated me. You know that I've been through the fucking ringer, right? I haven't harmed anyone. I haven't done anything in the fucking, the night that I show up and I get attacked at a hotel, you come here and do this to me?
So Toby just answered the phone right now. She just answered my phone. My partner's talking to her right now. I want you to give you a heads up on that.
All right, have her give me a call, please. Have her give me a call.
Ultimately, we're talking to her on the phone. We're going to get her up to speed with where things are at, and ultimately, we're going to see if she's willing to help us out as far as the dog. At the end of the day, Mark, at the end of all this, what we have to do, what is our duty to do,
we have to take you into custody safely. That is our duty. Why? If anything, I need to be taken to a hospital. I pose no fucking threat to anybody, and you're going to be putting me in harm's way by thrusting me into that system. I can't afford that. I can't allow that.
Like, go. Like, Mark, you broke some laws. You're going to jail. He's like, no. And somehow he doesn't go to jail? It's crazy to me. It's fucking crazy.
I have to listen. I have to advocate for myself. I'm a United States Army veteran that has committed no offense. I have committed no harm, and I have a long.
And yeah, Vegas, you're right. Like, it's harming is subjective. I mean, there's butterfly effects to things. You're not paying child support, and then what if your kids didn't eat? What if your guys couldn't eat like 3 meals a day because you're a fucking asshole? What about taking up all these police resources? What if someone's getting murdered right now and the police can't be there because they're too busy talking to fucking Mark Hensley? There's lots of ways Mark has probably harmed people.
Standing pattern and history of persecution in this county for this very reason. I have to protect myself. I have to stand up.
He's got that Boost mobile connection going on.
For my constitutionally protected rights, and I have to cordially, respectfully ask you to stand down and leave me in peace, good sir.
Apparently you can be a veteran and not actually like see combat or go overseas. Like you could just do you could just get your X-ray certificate. I don't even know if he did X-rays on soldiers. And then you're a veteran, baby. Nah, this was last night.
I don't want to bore you with the Constitution, and I don't understand how an armed, sworn officer of the law can do this to a fellow American, let alone a veteran.
I know. Why are they trying to like get Toby involved in this? Don't pass Mark off to Toby. She doesn't deserve to have Toby or Mark in her life.
Hey, listen, dude. Listen. If you want and you can guarantee it, then have Toby just come pick me up and have her take me to Portland. You know, if you feel this is necessary, then just give Toby a citation and order me a summons into court so this can be explained to a judge. I cannot afford to have my life decimated because Clark County will hold me in incarceration and not afford me the ability to defend myself.
Yeah, he's still in the motel. I'm wondering if the motel is trying to like get him trespassed out of there too. Like I don't know why they want him out so bad if they're not planning on arresting him, if they just want him to go to Portland. That's what everywhere happens to Mark. They're just like, get the fuck out of our town. Get out of here. What a sad person.
They have a long ongoing pattern of doing this, and because they're involved in a conspiracy against me that involves multiple elected officials
Conspiracy, yeah.
And those under their direct supervision and employment, there is no way that I can be treated fairly in Clark County. Please don't hurt my animal. Please don't hurt my animal. We have done nothing.
Wait, did he mute? Hold on. There's no transcript to this one because there's no closed captions, or else we would jump ahead. See, no transcript. I'll have to wait. Hold on, I gotta mute for a second too. This is gonna be some awkward silence for a second.
I love you, Logos.
Hold on, we'll skip ahead a bit. Oh. Huh?
Shh, we just have to stay here.
Where is this thing?
This is Mark Hensley.
Hey, Mark, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, sorry, you were muted for a while, dude. I couldn't hear you.
I don't know what happened. I thought you disconnected. As I said, I'm on YouTube Live. I'm just doing my best to preserve the situation, and I don't think what you and your department are doing is justifiable, and I know that it's not correct, and I believe that you are harassing me and causing undue fear in the community, and you are directly harming me.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, Mark.
Okay. I don't think that will get me a cup of coffee.
Is that what you want?
No.
Is that what he's asking for? A cup of coffee?
Hey, will you do me a favor? Will you do me a favor? Will you identify who is in charge of this harassment?
Of course, the Vancouver Police Department. And again, we're not harassing you. We are conducting a criminal investigation.
Okay, no, I'm being harassed, and I'd like the name of your supervisor that is directly overseeing this.
Hey, Mark.
I would like the name of your supervisor that is directly overseeing this, sir.
We will talk about that as soon as you come out of the
I'm
room.
not going to come out. I need you to identify the players in this operation. And if we have a man that's directly in charge of you that is ordering you to pursue this illegal route of activity, I think it behooves everybody involved if they identify themselves.
I can appreciate what you're saying. Hey, Mark, when's the last time you slept, bro? Like, honestly, when's the last time you slept?
Last night and on the train today.
On the train today? Okay, so you got some normal. Did you eat food today? Have you had lunch and dinner and all of it?
Hey, listen, I just went to a ethnic restaurant with Toby and her caregiver. I purchased them dinner because they got me from the train station to the hotel, from the hotel to my storage locker so I could get some clothes and go meet the assistant prosecutor tomorrow. And when I came into my hotel, I was attacked by a white trash family, to be quite honest. And I guarantee you that that woman is not the mother of the children. And the man that attacked me is the one that caused the issue. She called the police and I called the police. And instead of dealing with the man that attacked me, you've put on this production of intimidation, harassment, and you're telling me that it's my fault because you've failed to conduct a proper investigation.
I'm missing. My phone is driving me nuts. I'm missing good stuff here. Sorry, guys. Fuck me.
Well, you've already told me that you perceive that I should be under arrest for actions that you have not investigated.
That is incorrect, Mark.
Then tell me what the results of your investigation was and who you spoke to come to these conclusions.
The results of the investigation yielded probable cause to arrest you, which I told you before. Now, one of the questions, Mark.
No, you didn't answer my question. You did not answer my question. Who did you speak to? And I understand that you guys can author probable cause statements. I understand that you're of the impression that you
Yeah.
can operate with impunity and that we have no protections under the Constitution or the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, whether we're disabled or sworn soldiers of this nation.
No, I think it's only for disabled people. A veteran and a disabled veteran is two different things.
So if and when, so I told you that we're applying for a search warrant for your unit there.
Yes.
If and when a judge decides to approve or not approve, how would you like us to communicate that to you? Because
At that point, all I need you to do, sir, is come up with a signed warrant and say that you have the legal rights to take me, and then I just throw myself to your mercy to protect my animal.
Oh yeah, it's Vancouver, Washington. Now he's crying. My animal. Don't put your animal in stupid situations like this. Stop threatening to kill cops.
I can't hear you. Your signal sucks. Can't hear you.
I fucking hope he gets arrested. I just assume he's not gonna get arrested because Mark never gets arrested.
What I said was, if you
Well, I shouldn't say that. He does sometimes, but he always gets out in like a couple days.
do in fact get a judge to sign this warrant, right, I will not resist you. You need to come
Okay,
present the warrant to me, and then I need you to.
I think that.
I need you to
Sorry, bro, your phone's cutting out.
I need you to personally guarantee the safety of my animal and that my animal will be returned to me unharmed.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not gonna lie to you. And
okay, so do me a favor. Do me a kindness. I need you to let the judge know that nobody has been harmed and that you're dealing with a known disabled member that has a long history of being misunderstood in the community, leading to many arrests and the devastation of my family. And I'm hoping not to have the same patterns of our history repeat, because the Clark County officers and the Vancouver police are not willing to learn from prior mistakes. And you have extensive knowledge of me. You looked at hundreds of police reports by your own admission, and you're claiming that you have not found a pattern where the police are in potentially obvious situations, probable cause statements in order to garner my arrest and persecution.
Right. Let me get a pen.
And I know we're trying to work with you, and I know we're trying to work together. And
I'm just waiting for the cat to go, I know. Again.
I'm glad you're willing to listen to what we're saying and continue to talk with me on the phone. I really appreciate that. I think your feelings are valid. What you're saying makes sense to me in terms of understanding your perspective.
Well, can I ask a question in the meantime? Can you tell me, the man that attacked me with a weapon, what is the end result of your investigation and what have you done with him?
So we're obviously, so right now, you and I are, the end result of, we can't say we have an end result of an investigation because it's not done yet, right?
Hey, listen, I got people pounding on the wall. Is that you guys?
Uh-oh.
Well, maybe. I was muted for some reason. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna multitask anymore. I'm here. I'm present. I don't know if he gets arrested. We're gonna find out together.
Oh, no, nobody should be pounding on the wall, dude. I'm not knocking on it unless the neighbors are getting annoyed or something. I don't know.
Oh, hey, maybe all the flashing lights that are bothering him. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're good, Mark. If we do anything, you will hear it from me.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm nonviolent. I have no history of violence, right? You guys have authored reports to paint me in a light that is not fair, and you're continuing to double, triple down. And honestly, I don't know how I can be treated fairly in this county.
Yeah, and I know your history, and I understand how you feel. And just because I've worked with you over the years. So what we're gonna do now is I will let you know if and when a judge approves the search warrant we intend to submit. I've only been talking to you and not focused on anything else.
I understand.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check in with my partner. With that.
Okay.
If in fact, if and when, we will absolutely provide you a copy of the.
Thank you.
With Toby, sounds like she's
dog. I'm trying to work with you. So ultimately, even when that search warrant is signed, I do want you to not get in trouble with the judge, and I do want you to work with us safely. That way, everything.
I just need you to be as factual as you can be with the judge in order to coerce this warrant, because I haven't done anything illegal. I haven't harmed anybody, and your investigation is so inappropriate that I legitimately fear for my life. And
I like how every criminal's like, I didn't do any crimes. That's nope, no crimes have been committed.
I do not believe that I can trust you.
Well, I'm trying to build trust with you. I don't expect you to trust me because I haven't talked to you probably in like 3 years. I haven't talked to you in 3 years, and I don't expect you to trust me over a phone call, but I want you to at least know that I'm acting in good faith to work with you, dude.
There was some incident with some people at some place he got trespassed from with a motorcycle helmet, but other than that, it's kind of it's a little vague. He keeps walking away when the cop is explaining things to him.
Okay, well, here's the deal. I'm acting in good faith to work with you. You know this is a non-emergent situation. You know that you don't need to involve a judge at this time of night. You can, issue a citation, and I can just.
He's really just trying to get him to go away. Dad, you don't want to bug the judge. He might be getting angry. I don't want the judge angry at you, guy.
Discuss it with the prosecutor during our scheduled meeting.
Well, the best part is the updates, right? So during COVID, when you and I were around, the rules were that a lot of the times because of COVID, because of the booking levels, that a lot of times we would issue summons or we would refer stuff, right? And that's the knowledge base that you have from your history with us. But as we transition into 2026, things have changed, man. Times have changed, and I know you're just getting back to Vancouver. But
hey, sir, you don't have to convince me of that. I've seen the state of the nation, and what Vancouver is doing to me right now, I'm afraid, is sort of part and parcel of what policing has become in our nation. And I believe that you are just a domesticated branch of the army that has adulterated the American flag.
Some big words. Oh, America.
To make it your very own, and calling it the thin blue line that has sown division into my community.
You're pretty articulate, Mark. Not gonna lie, man. It's pretty good to talk to you after all these years, man.
Yeah, I like.
Are these guys like old friends or something? It's good to talk to you after all these years. Have we been in this situation before, years ago? SWAT team? I remember the last time we just... Jesus Christ.
I like your car. Yeah, I like your car.
Oh yeah, that silver car?
Whatever that military surplus is, it's now being weaponized on American citizens.
I was gonna say, no, it's not a tank, dude. It's called a Bearcat. I know you've heard that term before.
It's called a Bearcat.
Hey, listen, I just see an armored vehicle with men with weapons outside of my window screaming at me, telling me that I need to submit to their authority, even
Well, if you were a veteran who saw combat, you might know what some of these vehicles might be.
though I haven't broken the law. And they want to recognize the fact that they have extensive knowledge of my disability and know my veteran and disability status, and are still continuing to pursue this avenue of harassment.
When's the last time you talked to a mental health professional? I know you talked about wanting medical care and going to the hospital. We have an ambulance that's been sitting in the parking lot for over probably an hour and a half, probably 2 hours now. Is seeing somebody from like a mental health professional or it's called a DCR.
Yeah, you can send a crisis team out. I got no problems. I'd love to talk to somebody while you figure out what you guys are going to do, but I don't believe that this is necessary. I believe that it's causing undue harm, and I certainly don't want to subject my dog to it. I'm here remaining calm, and my animal is quivering like a leaf in the wind.
I mean, he usually is. You don't really feed him much, and you put him in bad situations.
I hear what you're saying. Is it just the one dog?
Yes, sir. His name is Logos.
Right on, dude. Logos, right on, dude. Yeah, you gotta keep the loyal pups around, and it'll be nice to walk them during the nice summer weather months. That's for sure.
Hey, listen. If you remember me, you remember my service animal Walter that was stolen from me, and I was told by who was it? Officer Gibson of the Ridgefield Police Department, that if I tried to get my possessions back, to include my service animal, that I would be arrested because the neighbor across the street had a restraining order preventing me from going to my property.
Oh, dang. That's crazy, dude. That's
My
crazy.
whole life's crazy, bro. You know this.
I've been, like I said, I've known you for a couple of years. It's been a disconnected, I haven't heard from you in a while. And I really hope you keep moving forward, man. It sounds like you're on the right track, man.
It doesn't sound like I'm on the right track.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Mark is definitely not on the right track.
When there's a police department outside of my door ordering that I capitulate to their illegal demands.
Okay, up until the illegal demands part, Mark was making a lot of sense there.
And then they're threatening that they're going to wake up a judge to involve them in their decision without fully articulating what's going on to the judge.
Just fucking go outside then, bro, and talk to them.
Yeah, I'm not involved in any of that. I'm talking to you. The other officers are doing the casework. I'm solely talking to you. You're my one job.
Well, I appreciate that. Now I need you to identify who's in command.
I think if you're just like a narcissistic sociopath, then I don't think he's crazy enough to actually be held in the hospital. He's just an asshole. There's levels of manipulation afoot here. He's just playing a disabled part.
So just 1 second. When and if this warrant is served, and you said did you want to review it, or what did you want to do if and when that becomes the
Yeah, if and when that happens, I would appreciate it if you would just let me look at the warrant to verify it, that you would afford me my constitutional rights to secure my property and possessions, and then you would have to do with it whatever you do with me when I submit to your authority.
I actually have more respect for Brooke, which is fucking crazy. Mark plays the victim real hard, At least Brooke will go and fight people. Good on her.
What items would you have in your hotel room that you would want to go with you, other than your dog? Did you move in, or is it just like a backpack? What do you got with you? I got
a 95-liter ruck that's still packed. I have 2 duffels and a backpack and a satchel. I've taken some drink mix and an electric speaker out. It's on the bed. My dog's on the bed. He injured his leg today trying to jump in Starla's car and fell out and injured his rear right paw. I was concerned with that. Dude, I didn't do anything to anybody, and I called the police, right? You have record of me calling the police, trying to explain the situation.
Mark's gonna end up on a body cam, like YouTube channel, where it's like, man calls the cops on himself and gets arrested.
And the fact that it was taken to this, escalated to this degree unnecessarily, I don't understand.
Which paw was it? Because I know that you have like 24-hour veterinarians that are usually around.
Hey, listen, my boy will walk it off, right? But the point is, he's just injured right now. He's a young, virile animal, and
No, maybe you should accept help if people are offering to help your animal. He'll walk it off. I'm just trying to make you feel bad.
Will recover, but he's in a state of distress based off of that. He's a de-escalation animal, so it was traumatic.
He had a body cam. He probably still has it. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that's one of the things that got stolen from him. But he had a body cam for a while. He used to put on logos, and it was like very jarring to see him running around.
For him dealing with the assault that I was forced to endure, and now the end result of that assault, even more horrifying.
I'm listening to you, man. You've done a good job of articulating yourself as far as your thoughts, and obviously you've done a really good job of painting a picture of what's going on in your mind and what you got going on your heart, and I really appreciate you sharing that with me, man.
Yeah, as I said, I mean you no disrespect, and I'm not anti-police officer. I'm anti-blind bias and ruthless enforcement.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be ruthless, so I need to ask you a very specific question, and this is super important, and I want you to be 100% honest with me. Do you have any firearms in that room? Yes or no?
No, and I possess none.
Okay. Do you intend to use any firearms against yourself or police or anything like that?
Certainly not.
Okay. Do you have any knives?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, he's dressed up because Toby took him for a steak dinner earlier. How? So he's still friends with Toby? He just can't live with Toby. I thought Toby kicked him to the curb, like not even his friend anymore. But I guess that's nice. I guess that's why she was an option to drive him.
I have a folding knife, and I've taken it out of my pocket and put it in my dog's food bowl and covered it with his toys.
That's a terrible place to keep a knife, Mark. Why are you putting a knife in your dog's food bowl covered in toys? You think the dog might fuck? What an idiot.
Okay. We don't want any knives. How many knives do you have total?
Just one. It's a pocket knife. It's a tool that I carry everywhere I go. It's not a weapon in that accord.
Would you
Hey,
have
Rochelle.
anything else that somebody might misunderstand for a weapon?
No. I think that they would have to use their imagination in a wicked fashion to think that I can
He's in jail. He got arrested. Hallelujah. I was worried.
drive a weapon out of anything that Motel 6 has given me.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure we're on the same page, and I believe you.
Everybody's safe, dude. Everybody's safe. It's just now a question of what you're doing is legal, and a judge wants to issue a warrant to force me to capitulate to your demands. And I'm not showing you disrespect by waiting until you have that proper authorization from a judge, and I appreciate your patience with me.
Okay, so if and when it goes to a situation, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any items you want, like with Toby and the dog? Do you have any specific items you want us to take with the dog to get the dog to Toby if and when that comes?
If and when.
Mark T. Hensley. Oh, we don't get a mugshot? Damn it. What are the charges here? The charges are harassment, preventing, or threaten to kill. I don't know what harassment preventing this is, but okay, so he's threatened to kill. Yeah, told you guys. See? I know Mark, all right? Assault. He assaulted somebody? Maybe this was the motorcycle helmet incident. Maybe what Mark will say is he defended himself, and then harassment, another threat to kill. So 2 threats to kill and 1 assault. That's what he's booked in there for. And there he is right there. Mark Hensley. Well, I was hoping for a mugshot, but that's good. That's good enough. Thank you, Jack. Thank you for... I guess I could have looked that up myself. He said a bunch of times in Clark County this, Clark County that. I'm so glad he got arrested finally.
When that comes, I would just appreciate it if Toby would pick up all of my possessions and take them to my storage locker. She has a key.
Probably with previous convictions or threatened to kill. One of them, it said new charge. Hold on. Reopen the close window. Do it by booking date. And then he's right there. Oops. It says new charge here, but not new charge on this one. So I don't know. That's interesting. Interesting.
Key to it.
It's a learning channel.
And I put her on the contracts.
Okay, we can work on that. Just know that there's
Harassment with a previous charge. Okay.
window of opportunity here, right? So Toby is, again, almost 70 years old.
Hey, don't tell me about my friend, sir. I know who my friend is, and I know that she would do anything for me despite her age.
Wow, you're taking advantage of a 70-year-old lady.
I know. What I'm saying is,
I know.
trying to work with you to make arrangements for your dog.
I appreciate that, and that's if you can get a judge to issue the warrant. And as I said, there's no legal basis for it.
I hear what you're saying. Just 1 second. My radio's going off, bud.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. Someone's yelling at me on the radio. We're gonna have to turn off my radio so nobody has to bug me anymore. Okay. Well, man, it's 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Have you had? I can't remember if you had dinner yet.
No, I had dinner with Toby and her caregiver Stella.
How long ago was that?
Ooh, I like that name, Stella.
Man, because some people just eat early, like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. I usually eat pretty late.
Yeah, that's fun to relate with you about consumption of food. I don't
Yep.
know exactly what time we enjoyed this tasty ethnic treat, but I don't understand the relevance of that question.
Well, I just want to make sure you're taken care of, man, and I'm trying to find ways to take care of.
Because they're gonna fucking arrest you, and I guess they need to know if they need to feed you or not because you're a disabled fucking squeaky wheel that's gonna bitch to no end. So he just wants to cover all his bases, is what I'm assuming.
Whether it's take care of your dog, take care of your
I understand that you believe that you have good intentions, but your actions demonstrate otherwise.
Could say the same thing about you, Mark.
You're pretty articulate guy. You're pretty articulate with your words, my man. So check this out. I don't want to talk in circles because ultimately, you know.
Sir, I'm just staying on the phone with you to satiate you and your department while you figure out if you're going to try to pursue a warrant for unjust reasons.
Mark did threaten to kill a judge. That's like his big charge. That's the charge I've been waiting for him to go to jail for the rest of his life. And they just are really dragging their feet convicting him. But now he has new charges, I guess, threatening to kill people.
So aside from the warrant, Motel 6 doesn't want you here anymore, bro. So,
And that's because of you. That's because of you. Nothing due to me. And when I reached out to your department for assistance, you're telling me because of the spectacle that you subjected me to, that I am no longer a welcome member of this society, barring me fair accommodations due to my disability.
I wonder how he's going to adapt in jail.
Hey, officer, can you tell me, does the Clark County Sheriff's Department as well as Vancouver PD recognize the rights afforded me under the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990?
Nah, we threw out that act. I want someone to say that to him one day. 1990 wasn't even born yet.
If you do, will you please include that in the warrant in which you're seeking?
100%. That's why there's obviously like things like handicap parking and things like wider stuff, like they're like, you know, having handles in the bathroom. There's so much research into that ADA stuff.
Hey, I'm not looking to debate the law. I just want to know if you recognize it.
Oh, I recognize it. And
Thank you. And I'm going to reiterate the fact that I have harmed nobody. I reached out proactively to emergency
He's claiming Tourette's. If you would believe that.
dispatch, not non-emergent, but 911, which you know is rare in my character. And that is because of the immediate danger that I felt I was in, and not from the gentleman that was threatening me with a weapon, but from the police that were going to respond to it.
Hey, Mark, can you be solid, bro? Can you take a big deep breath, man?
Do I seem excited to you?
Well, I like every time I talk to you, you've had a strong, thunderous voice, and I just want to make sure you're saying.
Oh, I guess, like, I forgot to mention earlier, the reason he's not allowed to stay at his mom's house anymore is because he threatened to kill her, too. He just threatens to kill everybody because he gets angry. He has an anger problem, and then he blames Tourette's. He's like, nah, this is my Tourette's, bro. I just threatened to kill people.
Calm with me and.
Well, listen. It's been 10 years of hard-learned lessons, right?
Yeah. You've been through it, man. You've been through it. I've only seen a small portion of.
And like the way I don't think he's never been professionally diagnosed as having Tourette's. We've seen him get professionally diagnosed live with having narcissistic personality disorder, but not Tourette's. I said this before, but he said that he got vaccinated. I think he got vaccines in the military, and then he had Tourette's after, which isn't a thing.
Stuff, but I've always known you to be cordial. I've always known you to be, firm in your beliefs. And I can appreciate what you're telling me.
What?
Yeah, Mark is the only one that I have seen get diagnosed live. He's the therapist or the psychiatrist. I think it's psychologist, psychiatrist. He was able to prescribe him drugs. I can't remember exactly what he was, but he was like, yeah, I think based off of our conversations and stuff that I would diagnose you with narcissistic personality disorder. Mark freaked the fuck out about it.
What did you They're probably gonna come for me, my man. And when they come for me, they're going to take you from me. I apologize. I know it looks like I failed you, but I'm doing my best, dude. Fuck.
Our third enemy is mine. I'm just trying to figure out the update. So bosses have to go with bosses. You know how it is. So what you're asking for me is good information, right? You're asking, I'm just the middleman here, right? So,
Yeah, no offense, Miller. And as I said, this isn't personal between you and I, and that's why I wanted to know the name of the person in charge, right? It's best to name the problem so people don't get in trouble.
yeah, and that's what we're trying to work through.
Good. Give me your supervisor's name, please.
So there's like five.
Oh, I think we all do. Yeah, Logos does deserve better.
I would like to know the person that claims command.
So we can talk about that.
No, I need you to give me a name. It's rather simple, sir.
He's such a Karen. Oh, I want your supervisor. I don't want your supervisor. We're out of supervisors. Call the FBI.
It's much harder for people to commit atrocities if they have to name themselves. I would like to know the names of everybody that is down there.
Of course, so the supervisor that is here is Sergeant Bachman. That is who is here with us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I don't want to know any further. Thank you for identifying command.
You know I'm trying to be straight with you. I told you I'm going to be straight with you.
Hey, listen, bro. I got all this recorded. It's very apparent that you're not trying to be straight with me, but I will say that you're utilizing your training.
Well, you don't know Vancouver, man. You might see me at like Winco or something. You know what I mean?
Hey, no, I don't plan on staying here because you see that I get subjected to arrest just for being a disabled man calling the police for assistance.
Yeah, that's totally what it was.
And you've only been in Vancouver for what, 1 day?
No, about 3 hours.
That's crazy, dude. That is crazy because
Everybody differently, so it's very difficult to legislate something like that, and let alone the morality of choosing to use a natural medication versus something that's recommended.
Hold on. Did we see the 2-minute one? Also, like, this fucking thing. I think it skipped right over this one.
They're probably gonna come for me, my man.
No,
when they
just
come
watched
for
that.
me,
Never mind.
right? You just dilute it a little bit more
This just started 33 minutes in for some reason. Here we go.
than yours, yet you guys are still looking to manufacture a statement to signing a document that will give you authorization to come decimate my life again.
we're not trying to do that, Mark.
No, that's exactly what you're trying to do. That's exactly what you're trying to do. And there is no plausible deniability because I've articulated it too well.
Why is his fingernail so long?
Where are you living, like, outside?
Mark called the cops on himself. So Mark basically swatted himself because he got into a fight with somebody in a motorcycle helmet and got trespassed from a place. And apparently threatened to kill somebody because he's currently in jail for just that.
Clearly, like I said, where are you actually at? Like I remember I talked to you over there off of Millside and Brand. Like I said, that place with the nice white front porch. The last time I saw you a couple years back. But where are you living at right now? Outside of Vancouver.
Oh, I just got evicted from my apartment in Sparks, Nevada, due to actions of the Clark County prosecutor, and my vehicle broke down in Klamath Falls, and I've been tied into the legal system there, stuck there. I'm supposed to be evaluated by the state of Oregon on the 23rd, but I had to flee because, dude, it's a
Yeah, he's in jail right now.
smaller town, like, I just stay on Main Street, but because of the homeless population, I'm aggressed by homeless people, and then I'm forced to defend myself, and then I get arrested for defending myself. And because I'm actively being persecuted, they won't do anything to prevent harm from following me. And I fled there, out of fear for my life. I was going to come stay up in Portland and see if I could get the Portland VA to help me. And then I came here because this is right by my storage locker. I wanted to get some clothes, and then somebody brought a tank to my hotel room, telling me that I'm not welcome here because the hotel management doesn't like tanks.
Have you been?
Yeah, I don't think they would they?
Have you been up on the hill in Portland lately, as far as their the VA
What a concept.
hospital?
No, the last time I was up there was in 2021, prior to my last arrest that they're
I just love the way he positions things.
retrying me for. I worked at OHSU, so I worked on that campus for 8 years, so I'm quite familiar with it.
Yeah, I used to work, so I went to Clark College here locally, and then I worked at the VA hospital over there right across from Clark, and I was a work study, basically pushing patients to and from their occupational therapy and other therapies, and basically just being a runner while I was going to school.
Yeah, patient transport.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Why is he taking off his jacket and uncomfortable at the end of the stream? Isn't he about to get arrested?
The easiest job I've ever had, Mark. Easiest job.
Yeah, well, it's also underappreciated.
There was some veterans that I worked with.
He was on his way to teach a class. A grunge class.
The nurses, so they would get water, right?
Yeah.
But some of the patients preferred ice. They like the crushed ice. And I remember I was so proud to work with those veterans.
Yeah, he live streamed these. He usually doesn't do live streams because he can't read chat, right? Or at least he's not supposed to be able to read chat. So I'm not surprised he made this live. But I guess when the SWAT team shows up, it's something you do live.
When I put ice in their water, such a simple gesture, but it really meant more to me than it did them because I knew, you know what I mean?
Are you familiar with Are you familiar with the Sky Bridge?
Are you talking about the one over Portland? With the little,
The Sky Bridge that connects the VA campus to the OHSU campus.
I think that's the one that's like the cords where the little thing, the dolly thing.
No, that's the gondola. But
Oh, Cody Brown? Yeah, he does have a Cody Brown-ness to him.
the buildings were connected with, a sky bridge, a glass bridge that connected to the two buildings, and it was extremely long. And OHSU leased 2 floors from the VA complex, and patients would have to be brought across by patient transport, and it took forever. And they brought this guy over, and he started crumping down. I called the code on my table, and it took him a while to show up. And then they pulled him off, put him on a gurney, and he just fucking died right there due to lack of response. It was sort of disgusting.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, the VA hospital section that I was working in, a lot of the folks, unfortunately, they were on hospice, right? And so there was hospice folks, and there was standard patient transport. And I remember a lot of the times you would see basically, your veterans, everyone lines the hallways that they bring them out, unfortunately, and that's, want to make sure we take.
Someone at the motel he got into it with, he called 911 on them, but said the wrong thing.
Veterans start to finish. And like for you, Mark, we have that shared experience, the veterans. We have that shared experience working with the VA and getting that.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, listen. I got out of the military, joined a domestic branch of the Army. You guys adulterated the American flag, something that I volunteered to fight for. You put a thin blue line on it, and you sowed division into my community.
Do you know what the red and white stripes on the American flag represent?
No.
Come on, Mark, you gotta know this one.
I do not know what they denote. No. I know that there's an intense symbolism in all flags of the nation, but I don't know other than that would be like me asking what do the colors represent on the Union Jack, because I got to tell you, America is still a British colony. I mean, just because we allegedly won a war, don't think that the families that control Britain decided that they weren't going to have financial interests in the development of a new nation.
He's an X-ray tech.
That they allowed to develop. Furthermore, I'm pissed off that my nation gets blamed for slavery because British individuals brought slaves to the
What does that do with fucking anything?
Caribbean, and then brought them up into America. And countless white Americans died to free these individuals. Simultaneously, there was more white slaves over in northern Africa, and for some reason, me as a white man in current society is deemed one of the most evil people in the world because
Oh my god, this is very Brooke-esque.
I have residual benefits from slaves in the past. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of all of this. I'm tired of them confusing our children in school, telling them that it's okay to try to have a transgendered identity as long as they're willing to change their sexual identification. But because I have multiple personalities, I'm faking that. But if I would put on
It's fucking crazy.
lipstick and call myself Linda, I would be brave and celebrated.
Jesus Christ.
Obviously, remember we talked about changes earlier from the time that you and I were in contact during COVID, and now 2026 changes, right? And talk about, every time I talk to you, you speak with conviction. You have strong beliefs, and you're not willing to shy from that, and that's commendable. And I wasn't trying to, shed light on things.
So why do you think people in positions of elevated authority are trying to crush me if everything that you just said about me was factual? Why do you think it is that when I call 911 and identify myself by name instead of conducting a reasonable investigation, you show up in a tank with a bullhorn?
Because I know you.
Mark, what I was going to tell you was, aside from, so we'll get to the bullhorn question in a minute because I don't like talking about things off on the phone, but what I wanted to tell you earlier was the white stripes on the flag represent the 13 original colonies. So that's something you can, maybe you learn something new. We always say, you can learn something new every day, but that's something you can.
I don't know if that's factual.
You can learn something new every day.
Right now, I understand. Stop. I understand the 13 stars did that. I do not understand why we have red and white stripes. Right.
Why are we even talking about this?
As I said, there is a lot of hidden symbolism in a lot of our American propaganda, and a flag is nothing but propaganda. And I don't appreciate the fact that they weaponized the NFL
When did they weaponize the NFL?
for platforms of authority. Thank a veteran, support the cops. Otherwise, it was disgusting how.
Mark, you're a veteran. I don't want to be thanked.
Well, dude, all of it is lick the boot stuff, right? And because the NFL represents the Coliseum and bread and circus for the masses, and you had Kaepernick taking a knee saying that his community was being overpoliced, the way that our government responded to that was to weaponize the NFL and make everybody salute the authority, and then they would fly over, $100 million jets to impress everybody, and then all these NFL players, they're just young black men trying to escape their community, and by doing so, that makes them gladiators. So these warriors then go out and party and maybe slap a woman that they're with or whatever.
What?
And then it brings shame to everything. So now you have the NFL players running around in pink like that makes up for anything.
No one should be slapping anybody, bro.
And you sit there and you talk about these mandatory arrests on the domestic violence
I think they're just biding time for the warrant so they can come in and get him. But in the meantime, I guess they gotta wait for the judge.
laws and things like that, and that just victimizes men because as well as I do, a man gets arrested, 9 times out of 10 in that situation. And even if you're called out to a home because the neighbor called in a concern, somebody has to be arrested, and it removes your discretion. And then there's mandatory sentencing and cooling off periods. And that's because nobody likes domestic violence and everybody wants to keep babies safe. And all of this is just, manipulation to feed indigent people into the system to support society. And then they privatize the prison complex. There's more. slaves and slave owners in America than ever before. They just do it under the umbrella of Wall Street, and laws are influenced by the police unions and the jailers unions. And
Mark's smart enough to figure all this out. He's just not smart enough to like take care of himself or his dog or come up with any solutions to this. What a fucking genius, huh?
It's an entire
He's not just regurgitating talking points. Mark, he figured this out all himself, guys.
system, and you can avoid the system as long as you can pay into it. But if you're an indigent individual, then you are going to suffer, and your family is going to suffer. The Veterans Crisis Line, and find police officers such as yourself.
Galaxy is it? What is that shit he huffs? It's some galaxy gas. That's what it's called. Galaxy gas brain.
I'm not attached to a VFW. I can't remember a lot of times I think the city's trying to get better together. But do you share any of this knowledge with anybody?
Sir, I'm under the boot heel of Clark County. I've been marginalized as an insane individual, and nobody is willing to listen to the atrocities that have befallen me, let alone my thoughts on the state of the nation.
Because you have a pretty unique perspective on a lot of different subjects. Colin Kaepernick being such a great quarterback with great talent.
Can I tell you something? I don't know fuck all about NFL. I don't watch it, never have.
I just know. I never watched NFL. I just know everything about it, apparently.
I brought it up because it was a movement. It was a movement that gripped the nation, right? And then I believe that nefarious actors were paid to cause riots and discontent throughout our nation, and the citizens have been divided and weaponized against each other. I don't think that racism is nearly an issue.
God, it gripped his ego by the balls because people were being sympathized that weren't him. Oh, why are people? I mean, I believe release people, not me. Where's all the love for Mark? It's just like Heather with the fucking dolphin. I know you guys are saving the dolphin, but what about me?
You like it is portrayed in the media, and I think these radical thoughts are being amplified so that we fight amongst ourselves why our leaders do whatever the fuck they want.
Couldn't have said it better myself, man. I mean, honestly, like,
Yeah, but in the same regard, do you think somebody as calm and rational as I am? Do you think somebody that is calm and as rational as I am should be subjected to the type of assault that you guys are doing right now, just simply because you're not willing to back down from a misunderstanding?
I think it went on for like 3 hours.
I hear what you're saying, Mark, and I can appreciate how you feel, man.
Good, because if I get arrested for this, you're going to have to testify, and you know that. You know that I've been recording this the entire time.
Oh, yeah, and a transition that we talked about in 2020 was COVID, and you and I were down at your house, and now 2026, now everything's on my body camera, right? We have a body camera.
Yeah, but okay, I got
Okay, so last time these guys talked was 2020.
to cut you off there again because body cameras are being weaponized to assure the public that there will be police accountability. But you can't get a hold of the body cam footage, and what is released is redacted. And you know, you were in the military, you understand what cover-ups are within the ranks if you know there has been a misdeed, because they would much rather obfuscate the entire situation than admit culpability and take accountability.
Are you familiar with the true story behind Pat Tillman?
Not enough to say.
Well, Pat Tillman, so he was, you know what I'm talking about, Arizona Cardinal, Army veteran, Ranger.
Oh, yeah. Is that the guy that died on the range?
So he was actually killed by friendly fire overseas. And like you mentioned, the military covered it up. And, you know, yeah, he was actually killed by friendly fire. And there was a bunch of stuff that went wrong with that, you know. And that was something that to me, what you're mentioning. But we're not doing anything shady here, bro. Everything's recorded.
No, I get that. I get that. The shady thing is the lack of investigation. The fact that you allowed my name to trigger you guys when I called for assistance.
Oh, yeah, it's so egotistical. It was, I mean, maybe a little bit, because people are sick of his shit, but anyone could have done what you did and they would have probably around the same response.
It's just based off of the narrative that has been, sewn into.
Maybe even more. Mark might be getting treated with preferential treatment because they know that he probably isn't going to do anything. He's all talk. So if this was just like a random guy, I don't know what the exact threat was or what was done, but he got charged with assault and fucking, whatchamacallit, death threats. So must have been something bad.
The policing community, you guys showed up with a fucking tank, scaring the shit out of me and my dog. I didn't know what to do, so all I did is what I always do: is I just resisted, and I wasn't resisting arrest, right? I feared.
I just resisted, but I wasn't resisting arrest. Okay, I was just resisting the urge to do Tourette stuff. I don't fucking know. What do you mean by that? That sounds stupid.
My life, you guys showed up with fucking military surplus. Like I'm Jack the goddamn Ripper. And dude, here's the deal. One cop with backup is one thing, right? That's just backup. But when you have 3 officers or more, that's what's known as a kill squad, because the minute one makes
Oh my god, kill squad.
a bad decision, you all snap.
Well, you know what the best part, Mark, is no one's making decisions here. We're working together.
I disagree with you. I will say that we're working together, but I want to reaffirm the fact that I think that you and your command are making bad decisions.
I appreciate where you stand from. Now, you got to hear me on this one, right? So what you don't know is that I heard your name, and I knew who you were, and I knew our first interaction, and I deliberately said, I want to be the guy talking to Mark on the phone because I know who you are. Again, from my
Smart guy.
we lost touch the last couple of years. Everything that's going on in your life.
Well, here's a question. Who made the call? Who made the call to send the tank out at me? Because you guys aren't just driving around the roads in that, right? Somebody had to say, hey, let's get the Bearcat and go, order Hensley out of his room because he called the police for assistance. And you're like, hey, I want to be the one to talk to that motherfucker. I know exactly who he is.
Well, you know the law has changed. So 2026, right? There's a lot higher expectations as far as resources and stuff, and you've seen the changes directly as far as over the last decade. So you know what we are doing is by law, by policy, and the changes that are expected in 2026.
Vancouver, Washington.
So, you know,
Hey,
it shouldn't be a surprise.
what I want to do, though, if you sit tight, is I want to read to you. Okay, I said just sit tight
He wants to read you a poem.
for 1 second because I want to read to. Oh, I got another email from Toby, which is the prosecutor. He says I understand now, but let me.
Wait, what? Toby is the is the prosecutor also named Toby, or is Toby the one who's charging him with a death threat or maybe possibly assault?
Read to you this email that I sent Toby, and it's yeah. Hold on, I gotta. I said, Toby, the Clark County Sheriff is not just another law enforcement officer. He is a constitutionally elected official with clear mandatory statute duties under RCW 3628.
No, Toby is a real lady who he was staying at her house, and we've seen her on his videos before and stuff, but he had to leave her house because they were getting into arguments. They went out to steak dinner before this interaction, and he just described Toby as a prosecutor.
010. As the chief conservator of the peace in Clark County, the sheriff is legally required to preserve the peace and suppress unlawful behavior, defend the county against those who endanger public safety, make complaint of all criminal law violations that come to his knowledge, and execute the law impartially. These are not discretionary suggestions. They are mandatory duties imposed by the state law. In this case, the sheriff's office actively participated in, or at the minimum, failed to prevent a multi-state campaign that misrepresented my documented disability, Tourette syndrome, as criminal behavior, coordinated with the Sparks Police Department and the Klamath Falls Police Department.
God, we're going all the way back to fucking Sparks County.
To create and spread a false narrative. I directly contributed to my eviction, homelessness, and ongoing persecution. Instead of protecting a disabled veteran as required by both state law and the Americans with Disabilities Act, the sheriff's office became a participant in the very harm that they have the duty to prevent. When an elected sheriff knowingly allows and facilitates the violation of a citizen's constitutional and statutory rights, especially a disabled veteran, he is not simply negligent, he is derelict in his mandatory duties.
Oh, also, he's not supposed to be able to read. He was supposed to be illiterate. I don't know why that just glued in now. Look at him reading.
That dereliction has real consequences.
He's reading an email to Toby, who was his friend. I don't know how this is supposed to, like, sway the fucking cop's decision on anything.
And it demands accountability. Now, I sent that to Toby on April 15th, and let me find the follow-up to that one.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good articulation, and in your email there.
Yeah, but that might get me a cup of coffee, right? Let me see if I can find this other one. You know what's neat that I have going on now though? All my phone calls are recorded and then analyzed by AI. So there's no confusion. It's what's going on.
Yeah, letting AI fucking parse everything won't add any confusion to your life.
And then I can take
It's not like AI just makes shit up all the time.
the AI analysis, and backfeed it into another large language model and have it pick out all the laws that have been violated and assist me. So just, with the use of AI and, like you said, all those police reports that have been intentionally manufactured to misrepresent my diagnosed disability, it's very easy for me to prove what's been going on. And just, the circus that has taken place today alone, it's just the cherry on top.
Well, just so you know, Mark, I'm listening to you. I'm hearing everything you're saying. And I want you to know that I think with you having your YouTube channel, I don't know if you still have your YouTube channel, but I remember watching that in the back in the day on previous days in 2020, and I remember your voice is going to be heard, Mark. You're going to be heard, man.
Dude, you should see what's...
Of course, Mark's voice is always going to get heard. I don't think that's an issue. I have to pee. And I'm going to smoke a bowl real quick. I have to bust up some weed too, so I'm just going to listen to this. I'll be back in like 3 minutes. 3 minutes much? I'll be listening, eagerly waiting for him to get fucking arrested.
It's happening to me in court right now, and the whole thing is they thought they were just going to get this stupid nigger up here and beat him again. And
what? Mark, what the fuck, bro? Okay, well, obviously I don't condone that. That's getting shown to do what not to do. YouTube. The fuck, Mark?
They realized, oh my God, he's changed out everything that we've done to him. And then when I came up here, I called everybody saying, hey, I'm going up to Clark County. I fear for my life because I'm being persecuted. And then I have no idea other than this is probably divine providence that this type of interaction has been initiated between yourself and myself to prove my point. And the fact that we've been on the phone this long while you're trying to pursue a warrant that is baseless is once again, part and parcel to the problem that we've been dealing with for the last decade.
Yeah, Mark, and I can appreciate your perspective, man. You've seen the longevity of this. You've seen many police interactions, and I will tell you, every time I've interacted with you, I've always had a positive interaction because you have a unique perspective, and I knew that I could potentially help. Right? That's why I want to be.
Well, at the conclusion of this, let's see if we can help each other. But I got to assure you, sir, nothing sticks with you more than a trauma-born.
Pretty much, I would agree with that, Mark. And you got to think how many thousands of people that we contact a year, and when I hear your name, I'm like, oh, that's a memory that sticks out. And like I said, I think you're a guy that may or may not be misunderstood by others, but you're a veteran, bro, and you're someone who needs our help just as much as any anybody else, right?
But look at the type of help that I'm getting, and I understand that that wasn't your intention. And ultimately, I think good will come from tonight because it'll bring people to the table. Because all these calls that you guys respond to on me, where I'm the actual victim, and then the narrative is flipped to you know make me the perpetrator of a crime, right? That's done deliberately and intentionally, and none of these arrests with me are done without me escalating to the point where supervisors are involved. And because I drive this up the chain of command each and every time, the documented collusion between these different departments and elected officials is overwhelmingly apparent, and they were just of the impression that I was too stupid to do anything about it. Now, what I can tell you is nobody likes a truth teller, right? So, their smear campaigns are rather effective. I've been completely alienated from my family and society, and driven out as an outcast and a refugee in our own country.
And that is a feeling that I don't want you, for me to you, aside from just, we're talking Mark and Brad here, right? I know I said my last name's Miller, but my first name's Brad, bro. And for me to you, I think that we deserve to treat a veteran and someone who have the mind that there's still value, you know what I mean, what you're saying, and you know.
Yeah, but look at the warrant that you're trying to pursue tonight for no justifiable reason. Now, while your placations might seem pleasant, I have no illusions as to whether you and I are friends or not, sir. You have sworn me your enemy while saying that you have taken a oath to protect me.
I would say that you and I have
All
a
right.
common understanding.
Mark is just the biggest, most persecuted man ever. He's such a victim, you guys. At least he didn't say the N-word anymore. What the fuck was that about?
I think I would say for me, for all the cops here, I would say that I have a better comprehensive understanding and willingness to listen to you more than others, and that's why I'm here.
But you know what the difference is, sir? I need somebody to stand up and fight for me because I can't advocate for myself. You know exactly who I am and the character. Now, nonetheless, having that information, sitting by waiting for your orders as to how you will handle me. And that has me in fear. I don't fear for my life, not after speaking with you. I understand it will be a peaceful surrender. And I want you to know that I'm not resisting arrest. I'm just running this up the chain of command and trying to have as much attention brought to the matter prior to resolving the issue with you in a peaceable manner. My concern is for my animal.
Yeah. And you have reasonable concerns, and I want you to know that I'm going to treat a high character, a high caliber individual with the respect and dignity, right? That's what we're going to do, man. And I'm going to be around. I'm not going anywhere. And I want you to know that. And in terms of my experience, because I've gained more and more experience doing this years of the job, and I think about ways I can help with your dog and with getting you taken care of before midnight.
Hey, can I stop you real quick? Can I stop you real quick? So this is going live on Facebook now, or sorry, YouTube. Now, I post my videos there to keep my video diary.
Did he do any live streams to Facebook? Like, should I be checking Facebook?
And not have my data wiped out and lost. And I just make it public because I don't care who watches it. And I got to tell you, the people that leave comments, they spew such vitriol, no matter what, right? It doesn't matter. They make shit up. You should see the shit. They're lathering right now on this live stream, thinking that I'm going to get arrested.
You did get arrested, so that was right.
I mean, these people need to be deported because, dude, my story is about the most un-American story that anybody could imagine.
Nah, he didn't post anything to Facebook, it doesn't look like.
And for them just to come at me with fucking hate, understanding the crisis situation that I'm in right now is vile and disgusting. And I got to say that they feel that they can operate with impunity because they have a degree of anonymity. But at some point, I would let people to comment. Yeah, at some point, I think they need to be investigated because this type of harassment has been steadily eroding my mental health.
Sure, we'll investigate everybody. Everyone will be found to have been doing their job properly, and then you'll go to jail. I like this idea.
Yeah, don't engage with people on on the internet, dude. They don't know you. They've never talked to you in person.
No, I get all that, but what I'm saying is, due to the severity of the nature here, I believe that some of these people should be investigated because.
Yo, that's hilarious. Who does he want to be investigated? Let me see who's in the chat. Who was in the chat? I want to be investigated. Don't make fun of me.
Because I think a lot of them are sworn officers of the law.
Anger issues, bro. Holy shit, what did you do now? First day there and you can't even behave. Oh wait, he's going to jail soon. Not one tick either, you're such a fucking liar. Yeah, bro. So she wants, I guess, Zavko to go to jail. Investigate these people. Indictments for everyone. Rico.
Hey, listen, I know you don't know about that one, but you understand that I am a superhuman pattern recognizing machine, right?
Oh, God.
And unfortunately, sir, you also understand how highly maniacal and manipulative I can be if I feel that I need to seek help.
I don't think you should cop to that.
So what I am known for in Clark County is elaborate help-seeking endeavors that are criminalized by authorities in order to justify the persecution.
That sounds like something you would define a scam as. I'm just trying to help myself, and just because you think it's an illegal way for me to do it, doesn't mean that I'm not helping myself.
Well, do you have a list of things that I can work on for you? Because check us out. We've been talking for an hour and a half. I've taken a couple sticky notes to try to pay attention to things that I can help you with. But do you have a set thing that I can do for you? Like, I just need to know.
Hey, yeah. I want to be very sincere with you. The reason that I'm homeless is
It's a hostage negotiator trick. I guess it's not. There's no hostage. This is a negotiator trick. He wants a list of demands, and then he's gonna like try to make compromises with them. I guess he's sick of talking about just like, I don't know, pop culture with Mark at this point.
Because I cannot get housed, right? There are, funds put in place and agencies that are supposed to be assisting with this. If you guys would offer me stability and then work with me versus against me, I very much would like to regain my life and be afforded the ability to speak to my children.
They don't want to talk to you.
Stability is foundational. You want to know. That's why I asked you earlier in the conversation where you're going to be next year or next week or what your long-term plan was, right? And that when I think about long-term planning, that means that it started with a stable foundation, right?
Yeah.
Could you imagine being Mark's kid and like the cops come to your door one day? It's like, all right, well, you got to talk to your father again. Like, why? Why do I have to do that? Well, the only way for us to arrest him and to get him outside is to like promise him that you would talk to him again. So sorry, you're gonna have to do it. Like, I mean, fuck that shit. Mark can't even. Should come up with realistic demands.
Obviously, stability is number one, and obviously being around your pup, I'm sure, day to day is part of that stability program. What are you planning on doing for like income and stuff, dude? Like, what are you?
Well, right now I receive $3,500 a month in disability because of my illustrious career.
Crazy, right? A lot of people don't make $3,500 a month. I mean, maybe they do. I'm a poor, right? Like, I'll be happy if I make $2,000 a month.
You're cutting out again real bad. I don't know if you.
I said right now I receive $3,500 a month in Social Security disability because of the amount of money that I paid into the system spanning my illustrious career of 22 years. However, I started paying into the Social Security system upon my first job, which was at the age of 14 for.
Yeah, this is how they all justify it in their mind. I've been working for this long, therefore I deserve it.
Domino's Pizza, and I maintained 2 jobs consistently until the age of 40 when I went out on disability.
And no child support, remember? Does not fucking pay $1 in child support.
February 15, 2015, admitting to myself, God, and my employer and family that my neurological condition had spiraled outside of my control.
Right? Yeah, what am I doing wrong? That's significantly less than I'm making.
And the way that the local policing authorities handled that was to weaponize themselves against me. make my wife or the mother of my children a victim because I was trying to co-parent my children, and Christopher
You were being abusive.
her boyfriend that had moved into the family home that I provided her and my children, felt insecure enough that he called the police on me. And then later I was arrested at a Starbucks. And when I told the officer that there were no viable charges, he picked me off my feet, shook me, and said, "What about stalking, tough guy?"
Can we watch that video? I think I know the video he's talking about. I didn't exactly go down like that. I think it's on the Angry Jesus channel. Hold up a second. This fucking idiot. Why I hate myself. I can't type apparently. Angry Jesus 420. Here we go. Videos oldest. Where is it? The trash cans, and then the harassment, and then I think the police assault. I think this is the one. I think this is the one he's describing here.
Officer, what is your name?
Grab your dogs.
Negative. What is your name?
Grab your dogs.
What is your name, officer?
Your
what is your name, officer?
Grab your dogs.
Souza. I see it as Souza.
Yeah, it's
My
Officer
name
Souza. It's S-O-U-Z-A
Well,
with the Vancouver Police Department here in Vancouver, Washington.
Thank you.
Nah, this is, I don't know if this is it, but this is a good one.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Please continue.
Grab your dogs.
Negative. Get off me.
Stand up.
Get off me. Why are you arresting me? I'm a United States Army veteran with Tourette's and PTSD. I am sitting here asking you, take your hands off me now. Take your hands off me. You do not want me to turn my dogs loose on you.
We don't, which is why I was telling you
They are
to
highly
grab them.
trained animals.
Which is why I was telling you to
German,
grab
I do. If I speak to these animals in German, this will get a lot different than it does
That's
now.
why you were being told to grab them.
No, and you do not want me to go German.
You do not want me to go German, y'all. This is like tough guy cop versus tough guy idiot.
Get your hands off me. I've committed no offenses.
Yes, you have.
What? What is your name and what is my offense, officer?
Skollingsburg. Dogs at large and trespass.
They are not dogs. They are service animals. I am a United States Army
Your
veteran
dogs
with
cannot
Tourette's
be
and
loose.
PTSD.
You're in a city of
They are not
Vancouver.
loose. They are being held right now illegally.
Which is why you were being told.
Look, sir, they're being held illegally by a Vancouver
They're
Police
being
Department.
held because it's an officer safety issue.
Illegally by the Vancouver Police Department. Clearly, there's no safety issue. Who is laying hands on who? Who is laying
We're
hands
laying
on
hands
who?
on you. That's who. Put your stuff down.
Get
Spin
off
around.
me. Relax, I gotta move. Hey, I'm not.
Lay on the ground.
I'm not resisting. I want it. I'm not. They're doing that. Ow! Ow! Fuck! I'm not resisting. Ow! Ow! You win. I'm not doing anything. Stop hurting me. Stop hurting me. I'm not doing anything. You are hurting me.
No, we're not.
Why are you telling me you're not hurting me? You're hurting me.
Blah, blah, blah. He's just being a big baby. Don't fuck with cops then if you don't want them to throw you to the ground. Is it this one? Disorderly trash cans? This isn't at a Starbucks.
What are they? Are they alive? I called and asked for help. How many times? How many times did I ask for help? Don't shut up. Don't strong arm me. I like you. Don't strong arm me. I'll go with you. I promise you, brother. I got no problem.
You gotta keep it fried.
Keep it on one.
This is what I thought he was talking about. This is where he like pretends to have Tourette's and he's like jumping up and down and shit.
Just give me a moment. What I'm saying is, if you put me in that squad car with that officer, I will be beaten. Please put me in your. Sir, they just got done beating me. Nobody's gonna beat you. Sir, nobody's gonna beat you. Then you please take me into custody. Please, you, sir, personally, Officer Spoordal.
I'm not the arresting officer here, okay? I'm going to be happy to work with you down the road, okay? But this is not my deal today, okay?
Okay, well, I need a mental health professional as well.
You'll see one in the jail.
Okay.
You'll see one in the jail, okay? Okay?
Oh, you got the knife? You guys, okay, well, there's a lighter in there, but you guys can take my knives. I want that.
Check your
Can I
pocket.
have his personal property if that's alright?
Hello, how are you? Hold on, that's cool. My Tourette's is acting up. I can't help but yell, and that gets me arrested.
think he just has outbursts of like autistic rage.
Matthew, come get my wallet, please. Matthew needs my phone.
I think Matthew was just his assistant too. I don't even think there was his kid. But like, yeah, he gets arrested. What's another good one? The fucking police chase. Is this midway through the police chase?
Then I will go ahead and explain it, but please don't leave me in there long.
Okay, I'll see what I can do, all right, Mike?
All right, I'm not even arrested yet.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You got it.
Bye.
Okay.
Not consent to this, but I live right down the road. Please follow to me my residence. I don't have a licensed driver in the vehicle other than me. That's all that I ask. It's gonna be at the house, officer.
So he just drives off. He wasn't supposed to drive off.
Are you recording this?
Yep.
Is he gonna pit us?
I doubt it.
No, the title's real. Mark swatted himself though. This is funny.
This is Mark Hensley.
Hi, what's going? Why are you going to jail?
The cops are chasing me right now. You hear the sirens?
Imagine this is her husband.
I gotta take my dogs home before I let them arrest me.
Yeah, you do. Why are they arresting you?
I'll call you in a minute.
I don't want to deal with this now. They're in hot pursuit.
Fucking idiots. They're such idiots.
Yes. All right, love you, baby.
Oh my God, they're harassing me, Mark.
Yes, I know what this
Are we
is.
supposed to get you out?
Yes, I've already called the bail bondsman.
Got it handled.
This was his fucking John McAfee looking days.
Jesus fucking Christ.
All right, love you, baby. Bye.
Bye.
No, I love you back. I mean, I don't like hanging out with anyone. We can be like that together. We don't have to be like Mark, right? We can just because there are too many people like Mark out there. Tosh.0 surfer? And that's pretty much it. I mean, like, he gets there, they arrest him. Anyways, none of this is, I guess, what he's talking about. I thought it was on that channel for some reason.
That doesn't sound very nice.
No, and it wasn't nice, right? And I got Tourette's, and I can't de-escalate, so I'm now acting out of fucking my mind. And they take me to Clark County Jail, and I forget the name of the classification officer. It'll come to me because I like him. But
was it Souza?
He couldn't get me to answer a question and sufficiently. He's like, "Oh, I know what I got for you." And then they put me in orange, first time I've been arrested, and stuck me in maximum security for 6 days to try to teach me a lesson.
A young Woody Harrelson sleep in your yard last night? I was walking at 3 a.m. and thought he was trying to rob me. What the fuck?
When I got out of jail, and the only way that I got out of jail was I got a hold of Regan Jr. On the phone and told him that I had a Rolex in my inventory, and that if he bailed me out, I would come over to him and give him the $6,000 Rolex immediately, and he could hold it until I came up with the $600 cash that he wanted. And then I went back to my house, and my brother was in my house, and told me that he was going to have me arrested for utilizing stolen property to bail myself out of jail. And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "I have the box, I have the receipt." And I told him, I said, tell you what, motherfucker, you go pick up the goddamn watch. And instead of getting my 2 dogs out of the pound, I went down and gave the last of my money to Regan and told him to look my brother in the eye when he picked up the watch. This entire
I love how Mark is like, all right, if we're going to do it your way, you're going to do it with my instructions. You got to look this guy in the eye and say these exact words. Do you think anybody does what Mark tells them to do, what he demands them to do?
entire thing has been a conspiracy put in place by my family. My brother wrote a sworn declaration to the courts, and Juliet Lako, took it in, stating that I give my children marijuana. Now, I'm going to be
Probably did.
honest with you. I did give my 15-year-old a portion of a cannabis brownie.
There we go. See? We're even admitting to it. Why are we giving your underage kids fucking weed?
Because I don't agree with alcohol. Alcohol is...
Oh, it had to be one or the other. We had to give them alcohol, or no, you don't have to give them anything. You can be a good fucking role model. Set an example for me, idiot.
Devastating.
Especially if you're going through a divorce, of course they're going to weaponize that against you. What a fucking moron.
In our family. And I told him, I said, this is not what the government tells you that it is. This is not something that you party with, but this is something that you can contemplate things with. This is something that will help you with introspection and keep you calm.
Oh, well, in that case, Mark, yep, give all the weed to as many minors as you like, as long as you're saying that. That doesn't change anything.
And I gave him a quarter of a fucking brownie.
I think you're right on the money with alcohol being the most abused drug in the nation. And I think that the flavor for cannabis use, I don't want to talk about the juvenile thing, but the flavor for cannabis use change. There's people, historically where, I think it was 2012 when cannabis became legal in the state of Washington, right?
Well, that might have been when the I-502's initiative was passed, but they didn't implement that until, 2015 and beyond.
Yeah, I think you're right on the money as far as that historical change. And now you have CBD and THC content far greater than when you and I grew up. Far greater in concentration.
But that doesn't matter in the least, because you know what? We have concentrated beverages, right? You just dilute it a little bit more or don't consume as much.
That's not how smoking things work, but okay.
So the thing is, we understand the value of cannabis, and
well, if your brain's not fully developed, it can trigger like fucking psychosis, schizophrenia. If you're if you were going to develop that at some point in time, it can like jumpstart that whole thing, and that's not good apparently. Yeah, minors probably shouldn't be doing drugs at all. I don't think that's a hot take.
It affects everybody differently, so it's very...
I'm not gonna be like, I never smoked pot when I was a teenager. I smoked a fuck ton of pot, but it's like my parents weren't for it. They weren't like, yeah, Steve, go ahead. Just fuck school. Let's just get high every day. Nah, like that's not what a parent's supposed to do.
Very difficult to legislate something like that, and let alone the morality of choosing to use a natural medication versus something that's recommended by a doctor who has a financial motivation in doing so. And what I can tell you, with all the pharmaceutical remedies that are put forth to deal with mental illness, not a goddamn one of them has ever cured anybody, nor are they designed to do so.
When you talk about trading signs and symbols, so Mark, I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually a drug recognition expert, so I can talk to you more about drugs and what they do to the body than anybody else.
No. What you can do with me is you can parrot the narrative that you have been fed, right? And you are taking this information as gospel because it's coming from people that you perceive to be an expert. What I'm saying is it's a personal sin to your soul to take the expert advice from idiots and then pretend it to be your own.
Well, what about experience? Does experience count for anything?
Experience counts for fucking everything, good sir.
Well, what if I say there's a guy who's drinking and driving, or drinking alcohol and cannabis, and I don't need an expert to tell me that guy's going to crash and hurt somebody we love and care about, right? So I can arrest that guy.
No. I think what you need to do is you need to see if somebody's driving erratically, no matter what the reason is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it really has nothing to do with the drugs, sir. It's the actions that need to be criminalized.
Okay, but you, you fucking idiot. Why do you think they're pulling you over in the first place? Right? And if they're like, oh, your shitty driving is a result from you being on drugs. So you think they're just pulling everybody over? I'd be like, are you on drugs? You're driving perfectly. Are you on drugs? No, you usually need a reason to pull someone over to begin with.
Yeah, it's also the action of drinking and driving, right?
Well, no. See, I disagree with that because if you think about this, we had drinking and driving ever since we've had automobiles, and we had much higher blood alcohol tolerances in the past, and they continue to drive it further and further down, to where Utah, it's what, 0.05? Now, the point is, if you're going to make it to where a citizen is subjected to a DUI for a 0.05, then you need to make it to where these drinking institutions are held accountable for serving their patrons too much alcohol and placing them in jeopardy.
Yeah, there's the liquor control board, and I don't know. I'm sure you follow Washington legislation. I think there's some discussions about going to a 0.05 in Washington, but I don't know what where that's at with the state legislature and stuff. But dude, Mark, holy crap, man! You're probably one of the most it's nice to actually talk to somebody who pays attention to the world and has a strong foundation because you're solid, man. Especially when you know about Utah. How much reading do you do?
I don't read.
I wonder if that's a fucking trick question. He can't read, supposedly.
I take everything in audio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Audiobook?
Yeah. Well, audiobooks, or I just use the accessibility feature on my iPhone to read printed text, and I just highlight the area and then just say speak, and I can adjust the speed in which it reads to me, and I process auditorily. So
I'm surprised how easy it is to stroke Mark's ego. Clearly the cop is just saying this to appease him, right? But Mark is actually eating it up. I thought Mark was a little smarter than that.
I can do this at a rapid rate.
Yeah, especially there's different types of learners, auditory, kinesthetic learners, right?
2 ounces for 2 weeks. I think here the most you can buy at one time is an ounce. And then there was one time I wanted to buy an ounce and one vape cart, and they're like, you're gonna have to buy one or the other, and then leave for 10 minutes, and then come back and buy the other one. And I was like, it's all good. I just won't buy the fucking vape cart. And now I just get my weed elsewhere. So fucking,
yeah.
I need to have 8 ounces on me at all times.
Mark, bro, you've come such a long way from the freaking share house, dude. On the for real, dude. For me to you, man, I mean, the share house sucked for starters because it was so crowded.
Oh, we covered him a while ago. I just got kind of bored with him. He was doing a lot of nothing for a while, and then every time I checked in on him, it was fucking nonsense. So I was like, whatever. But now he's arrested and got the police SWAT team out of his place.
And all the other stuff, and I think you've come a long way, man. And I know that tonight was a little bump in the road, but if you look at the longevity of the past 5 years, I think you're on the right track, man. And I think you're in a much different headspace, and different times I've talked to you, and I think your awareness of your circumstances, your situations, and I think you're on the right track, man. And I'm excited to see you moving forward, dude. So. Well, but just keep in mind, hold on, Mark.
I haven't said a damn word. I understand we're still waiting for the results of your command's actions.
Pretty much, yeah. And then also, too, recognizing what your requests are. So in terms of what that logistics
Yeah, exactly.
So at the end of the day, you and I, Mark, we're on the understanding that we're going to do this safely and resolve it and all that good stuff. But I need you to be deliberate and tell me what I can do for you, because there's the job that I have to do, and then there's the stuff that I want to do.
Hey, listen, bro. I need you to find one of these agencies that is taking in donations and grant money to assist and house veterans. I need stability, right? That's just what I need. I don't want to be an enemy to the police, right? I never did. And anything that I ever did was escalate situations to bring attention to my plight, because I don't make a good victim.
I mean, you play one pretty fucking well, and it's I don't know. I hate this fucking shit. He's basically saying, just give me free shit. $3,500 a month isn't enough to live off of. You have to give me free housing as well, and I'm also not gonna even go and try to find it. You have to find it for me, and then I'm gonna cause problems with everyone in the building, and then you're gonna have to fucking negotiate deals. This is what happened to the last place. Fuck Mark Hensley.
Well, I think long term, if you want to present one and you stand up for yourself respectfully, peacefully, morally, and all those things, right? Everything we just talked about.
Yeah.
I want you to be in control. I want you to have the control. I'm going to come out and ask for help before midnight.
I'm not asking for help because you're not offering help. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to entrap you guys. You guys
Hold on, let's just run that back. I'm just trying to entrap you guys.
for help because you're not offering help. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to entrap you guys. You guys are trying to collude with a judge to get a warrant manufactured for arrest of a man that you did not properly investigate, and you showed up with a tank ordering his immediate surrender because he's under felony arrest for not committing a crime, but calling out to you after a crime was committed against him. And this is just where we're at, right? So
I wonder if the person you got into a fight with is like law enforcement or something. Like just a way more credible source than Mark Hensley. I really want to know the very specifics. He always downplays shit.
I feel completely and utterly secure that I am firmly on the moral high ground. You are quite literally below me in a tank telling me that you're going to call for assistance.
You are asking. I'm not asking for threats. Give up. I'm not asking you to make any admissions of guilt. I am asking you to exit the building and say, I need help, and we're here to help you. That's all I want you to do.
In good conscience, I could not do that. Like you could not I swear allegiance to Satan, even if you think it would help you.
Well, it's not.
No, he's never been diagnosed with Tourette's. He just claims to have Tourette's. He's been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder.
Hey, listen. I'm trying to help my nation, and you're trying to stuff me under the fucking boot of crushing authority for no justifiable reason that you can articulate.
Reinforce ambitions. Don't harass him. I gotta say, don't harass him.
Well, you hear me saying that time and time again, so why I do appreciate the acknowledgement of that, because then I believe that it will not shield you moving forward from what is the type of immunity that you guys possess? Qualified immunity? Yeah, and I don't believe that qualified immunity exists in this situation anymore because your actions are illegal, willful, knowing, and deliberate.
Oh, Logos is just on the bed. I assume that, like, put Logos somewhere safe. That was one of Mark's his most urgent concern. He was like, Logos has to be taken care of, and he's like, we'll take care of your dog.
Okay, well, understand that you want me to cry out for help while you're violating my rights. So help.
When you're referring to the methodology of that whole asking for help thing, all you're doing is walk up to me, guys. I'm not a threat. I'm here to talk to you.
Hey guys, I'm not a threat, and I don't want to talk to you. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not opening this door, and I believe that if you try to violate the threshold of the door, you will meet no resistance, right? But what will happen is you will be escalating this into a different level of constitutional law.
I don't want to startle your dog.
Well, I don't want any of that either, but I can't control your illegal actions. I am doing my best to stand up to the tyranny that you want me to subject myself to, and I have to believe, because you're a good man, you're trying to do this under orders from your command.
Yeah, I got a lot of practice at this.
So I resigned my commission in 2022, I think.
Okay.
And I haven't really talked about the veteran. I think there's one guy that I work with that I talk to about military stuff. He was a retired Marine Corps colonel that I still talk to. Outside of that, I just kind of close that chapter up. You know what I mean? And it's nice. There's others out there. You know.
Well, I was raised in a military family, right? And I'm my father's son. Trust me, that apple didn't fall too far from the tree. It's just my father, out of his shame, abandoned me after he sided with my ex-wife.
That says a lot. That says a lot too. Your own father sided with your ex over you.
Who is a narcissist and manipulated the situation.
I'm sure.
My father caused irreparable harm and then abandoned me to suffer the fate in which he cast me to. Nothing hurts more than betrayal, sir. And I was that retarded, sensitive kid, right? The trauma-born empath that had to monitor everybody else's emotions, micro expressions, so I could perceive safety or no danger to flee. I'm just now the 51-year-old version of that kid.
What a loser.
You're developing your brain at the young age, and obviously you're talking.
Oh.
Hey, listen. I don't even think I bought gas like when I was damn in drug addiction. Like it was always, just there. That was 2019 for you. You didn't have to worry about how you were going to get gas.
At Ryan Ambrose Q super chatted $4.99. Is Mark in the United States of Vancouver, Washington? In that case, he's 100% right. Woo woo United States.
United States. Thank you for the 5. Ryan, yeah, he's in Vancouver, Washington, not Vancouver, British Columbia. He's not in Canada.
Yeah, but if you check into trauma,
A lot of his things glitching. I mean, I have way more respect for his dad because it takes a lot to, like, I guess, disown your son if he's in the wrong, right? Because you're supposed to love your son, right?
Understand rewires ways as well, and a lot of times that looks like insanity. And because I care for you as a human being, I really want to suggest that you do your research on the psychologist Carl Jung. It's spelled Jung. I want you to look into shadow integration and then understand the individuation process. And
Shadow integration.
in the same time,
Shadow the Hedgehog?
Time that you're trying to grasp those concepts, I need you to check into Gnosticism, because my question to you is, if you're worship.
Alright, so
That's how it ends? That's how it fucking ends? Jesus Christ. So he ends up in jail. I'll pull it back up a second here for anyone who didn't see, what is it, Clark County? Yeah, Clark County, Washington jail roster. Do it by booking date. So there's Mark Hensley. He got booked in there today. I mean, this was after midnight, so it might have been like early in the morning. And these are the charges: harassment, previous something, or threat to kill, which is the new charge, and then the same thing, which is what looks like this linked to another case, and assault, which was referred, whichever that means. But he's currently in there. Who knows when he's going to get out? So it didn't work out the way Mark planned. This is a court thing. That's 20 minutes, but I don't really feel like watching this right now. This happened before, and I was like, well, maybe we should see the court thing, but nah, it's fine. We've been going almost 3 hours. I have to do some stuff before Feral Friday and get that prepped, and yeah. I will see you guys. I'll see you guys around if you're around for Feral Friday. If not, then I'll just see you around the YouTube streets as usual. Anyways, take care, toodle-oodles.